Hey guys, how's everyone going? Who we got here? We got the regulars, of course. Goldie, Snolzy, Vegas. How are you, gents? How's life? How's everybody traveling? Hello, hey Goldie. Oh, it's been a big day. It was a very good stream yesterday, and today was another big day. You're good. You're good. I'm good too, man. I'm really relaxed. I'm really chill. And I know every time I say this, it doesn't always pan out that way, but it's gonna be a short stream today. It's gonna be a short stream because I'm a little bit relaxed after going to a bathhouse and having an amazing Mexican dinner. And oh my god, it was an exciting event though. A lot of really cool things happened there. I don't know if this announcement got made, and you saw it on Instagram. It's happening. It's happening. So there's going to be a wedding to attend later this year. That's for sure. How you doing, Psych? How you doing? Yeah, you saw the Insta. That made it pretty exciting. I think we were it felt really cool to be amongst the group of the first people who got to learn about it before the Instagram post went out, which was really, really cool. Oh my god, I spoke with Marcus about the ring, and he told us all he nerded out on it. He went full mode. Sam, how you doing? You met content creator. Are you talking about over or because yeah, I'm really lucky here in Melbourne. I get to hang out with a lot of content creator people, including people from Power Lachlan and Overstrand and Fruity. But he's kind of the reason we're doing the Fortnite map. He's got a lot of good ideas about projects we can work together on next. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to be putting his creator code and a bunch of other creator codes in this map So yeah, Sam, I got to meet over. He's a really, really good friend. We're gonna tomorrow at 11 a.m. I'll be up in the morning because me and Over are going to the gym tomorrow. I need to make sure I'm still alive for that, so it can't be a huge stream. But it's not 14 days of Fortnite. It's not a fortnight of Fortnite if I don't do Fortnite every day. So I thought I'd jump on. I'll do a little bit. I'll make a little bit of progress. Should be good. Should be good. What's going on here? Let's see. We've got a little bit of. I'm gonna sort this stuff out while we chat. Ironically, one of the songs called "Broken Data." It has "Broken Data" in my playlists. I really just got to get onto there. I think Nacho sent me a link to his family account for a streaming service. Gotta check that out. But for now, I'll keep going with my MP3s. I've been using them this long. I feel I can't abandon them now. But yeah. How's everybody else doing? Psych, you doing good? Vegas, you doing good too? Sam, it's good to see you back here. It's we're really going to get into the content, the Fortnite stuff a little bit more today, but only a little bit. I figure we made such good progress yesterday, but we did leave in a little bit of a disconnected state, half implemented stuff, or completely implemented but only for one level, and we need to do it for all the levels instead of just the one. So yeah, I'm looking at booting up. Let's get into it and lock in. Make some more progress on this thing. It's so let's play through and get a sense of where we're at, and then we'll move on to so yesterday we finished warping. We got it activating with buttons. We implemented a bit of a mini game. Okay, you got a small thing for me to do in DMs. I see that. Okay. Can you update the? Yes, got it. Got it. We can do that while we're in chat. Let's keep chat going. I'll do that while we talk, since it's probably gonna be a small stream today anyway. We can spend a little bit of time chatting. Let's see if I can figure out how to do that. It's you're doing great, Sam. Learning a lot, dude. Thank you, dude. You're teaching me a lot too. I mean, that's awesome, Sam. I'm not always going to be doing Fortnite stuff, but I think I'm going to be doing a lot more of it. A lot more. And thanks for saying I'm a wholesome guy. Like, I try and be. There's a lot of people with like big egos in streaming and content creation. I'm trying to just like to be based. That's why I chose the name based. I just want to be like down to earth. I want to be that kind of person who, you know, wholesome. I think it fits me well. That's what I'm trying to be. So I take that as a great compliment. Thank you very much. Let's see these panels. Oh man, they don't make it easy on the back end. Well, they kind of do actually. It's not so bad. But I'm trying to find the that panel. Maybe I'll do that later though. I just don't want to forget. Sometimes it's best to just jump in to do something as soon as you see it as a task, you know, a bit like that. But we can update those panels real quick. And thank you for setting that up, by the way. Okay, one done. The next thing. Okay, so that's the social link done. There's also one in. It's not the featured content, is it? It's not there either. Gotta find this damn panels page. It's probably I'm looking in the wrong places. So yeah, today was a big day. I really gotta not miss the gym. I've missed the gym once. Today I didn't end up doing that, which was unfortunate. Let's see. I can't find this option right now. It is probably channel settings, right? How could it not be there? Something, it's not in the featured content. It's not in about. I set this up once, but now I can't find it, Goldie. Sorry. I'm gonna have to try and do this later some other time. I'll try and do it tomorrow. Just like, don't let me forget. Otherwise I will. I feel like that could very well happen. All right. Remember this? Remember we had all the targets up and going? I think these trees need work. I'm not feeling them. We need to change them for different trees. Also in the actual game, I think they let the quality of the game down a lot. So, might be a new art task, new trees. The other thing that we've got, besides, so let's see. Let's review the mini games. So this is the last thing we got going. We got the arena door working and closing. And I think I'd like to probably, so let's see, arena door. I wonder if this still works if I put that as a child of this object, and I imagine it will. So yeah, let's give that a quick test. Let's launch our session because that takes a while to start up anyway. And actually, you know what? While we wait, we may as well, if I save that here, while we wait, we may as well mess about, because as we know, we've been timing it, and this here takes, this loading bar takes about a minute every time. But we also need to set some new goals, guys. Like we smashed our bit goal. We need a new subs goal. What else do we need? On the back end, there's so many things. It's not in the streams manager. What should we do for our bit goals? I should probably be doing this off stream, but anyway. It's right, here comes Fortnite loading. Oh man. What did I say? I must have said some swear word. There's a lot of behind the scenes like logging going on that I really need to like work with to get the swear jar working. Also some cool analytics that I'd like to do. Would you guys be interested in seeing that on a stream? Like seeing me try and use the data that I've been collecting from the systems you saw me build to like figure out content to make? Or is that a little bit too meta? Should I be doing that off stream instead? Because, you know, we're setting a bit of a precedent now. We're like doing some work on stream. We're like working on a game. And, you know, we've been doing work from the start here, really like building systems from scratch. So, you know, we could, the thing is though, I want the brand to be more about software engineering than like, you know, marketing, but I'm kind of like mixing the two, right? I'm adding software engineering and marketing together. So it could be a cool thing to try and work out, right? All right, it's running, session's still loading, unfortunately. We've got our Fortnite overlay. Oh, it's done something weird. Let's not try and mess with that. I did mix the, it's good to have a good blend. Yeah, okay. Well, look, here's the thing. We've been collecting data as we go. I think you probably remember, you remember we had this, it's essentially this program here. So as I do my stream in the background, this program is running and it feeds our swear jar on the right, like feeds this. And also it feeds that and it feeds like the, you know, up to the side, it feeds all this stuff. But it's also like collecting a lot of data in the background. And so what that means we could potentially do with this is, if we're looking at, the music's louder than me. Yeah, okay. There we go. A little bit better. I'm hoping that's way better now. Also, music can go down a touch. Thank you. Thank you, Goldie. It's always a mission to try and balance it, but I think that's probably a bit better now. Yeah? Good? Thank you. Here, so could go up a touch. All right, I think I'm gonna like talk and try and get a, now, okay, yeah. Probably about there. I don't want it to be louder than me, and I can kind of like see an indicator that means when I talk, the music's about the same volume as me, so cool. Much better, thank you, Goldie. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate you, all the help you do, dude. I'm really looking forward to meeting you at PAX. That's gonna be a good event, man. That's gonna be a really good event for me. Okay, so see this, guys. These database files, they're like CSV files. What's happening is every time so often I just like back them up because I want to split them out in case like reading them and writing them takes a longer and longer time. But like, how big are they even? So this one's like, yeah, look at them. Some of them are getting huge, but just to give you guys some context, here's like, these are the files that are getting saved from the program. So this in the background, it's been saving, you know, everything that you guys say and everything that we say. So for instance, let's go look at, where's our chat? Chat is 200 kilobytes right now. So we'll open up VS Code and go poke around in that so you guys can see what's happening with it. So this has all that chat history, but more than that, it's also got all this noise. It's also got like better now notters. Thank you, Psych. Thank you very much. So we see who said it, what they said. Go away, please, notifications. When it was said, So that's very useful, right? Because not only that, I'm collecting what I say. So this one's going to be a much bigger file. This is transposing all the stuff I'm saying to be like, hold on, I gotta go way to the end. Yeah, so you can see it's like, it's saying, it's catching what I'm saying. It's not doing it flawlessly and it falls behind, but some of them are getting huge. Just to give you guys some context, here's the files that are saving. So I'm recording everything that I say on stream with the program that we write, right? So that's this program. That's this program here. It's that, and then also we've also got some like, we've got this subsdb. Actually, hold on, I do need to balance the music volume for myself even. So the subsdb is every time Nacho did a crazy thing and, you know, every other significant event that's happened. So the subsdb, this is the stuff that was running in FastVStream, right? So here's Nacho going crazy. You can see, boom, there's all the people he gave subs to. Here's like the ones in between, like here, Fast is giving me a sub. How nice was that? And so we're building all that up because like data can be power, you know, like I can now, if I want to understand like what I said. So the other thing is the videos, the VODs are there for all time. I can correlate the times on the times in these databases with the videos to be like, what was I doing? And what did chat say about it, right? And so, I see how much time Fast's editors go into, like put into just like figuring out what to do with their streams. And so all the times are logged in UTC/GMT. I believe they're all GMT, so UTC GMT, yes. And they're all consistently using the same date times so that I can correlate them together. There was actually a point at which I was logging them with different like daytime formats, but I did take a bit of time off stream to unify them so that they all could be combined together. But what I would like to do with them is like group them into events when streams happened, and then give them to an LLM and be like, okay, what things happened in the stream that are trending right now that you could potentially give me time codes to go edit a video together with, and then potentially even like edit the video together like automatically. That would be a possibility. So that's going to be an interesting thing that down the line I could maybe do with the stream, is just to be like, let's take a AI driven LLM approach to making content, which could be good, could be really interesting to get like something custom on YouTube like that. Okay, here we go. I've got, and we're good. We're up and going. We've got our game going. Now let's see. The door, I think, is freaking great. Hello Goldie, I see you in YouTube. Your latest chat log said 1334. So that's because it's not GMT plus 10, Goldie. I think that's going to be like GMT. So if you subtract, whatever it is, I checked it at one point, and if they're all off, they're going to be consistently off. So we're in a different time zone. It's like, if I wanted to localize, the thing is, I don't want them in localized time. I want them in normal time so that like I'll know if this program runs on a server that's anywhere, it's going to see, UTC is correct. Yeah. Okay. We got the doors going. Here. And so if we go here, I think these doors are actually awesome. Hold on, this wasn't the door. This is not a door level. Shoot them all. I'm gonna have to get the sound on, because that's another thing that it's easy to do, is like develop without sound on, and then you overlook like a really important component of the game. And we've got a lot of good sound design done for this game. All right, we did that machine. Where do we actually put was it this one had the door? Yes. That door we need to, step one, I want that door to wait before we jump into, is this another media track that's, I see. That's going to be unfortunate. Okay, hold on. Let me just go through and make sure there's not more songs that are going to get caught up. There we go. Okay, this is the machine. So step one, I think that door, what I want it to do is start later. So here's our arena door. We want to move door. Do we have a wait time with the door? We've got its move time, but we don't do any waiting. So with moving a door, do we want the door to, maybe we should just sleep very deliberately around the door opening and closing. So, I'm kind of curious, like how you do enums. You have UTC as a secondary on your watch. Psych, that's sick. That's actually really cool. Well done, dude, to be able to like, you know, care about time zones like that. Do you do work that that requires you to do that kind of thing? If so, that's really cool. I had a friend who had one of those really old, they had a really old, what type of watch was it? It was a Casio with the world clock on it. It was pretty sweet. Like it was a retro watch basically. It was very cool, very cool. I want a way to check times in, what am I saying? How do I handle enums in Verse? In Verse. How do I handle enums in Verse? Hey, Centurion Angel, how you doing? If Nacho is about, thank you for the sub. Nacho swung through yesterday and he dumped a huge number of Centurion Angel. That guy is a legend. Thank you for swinging by too. There he is. He is here. Is he what? Well, Nacho's always around, man. That's so great. How you doing, Goldie? Good to see you. Good to see you lurking there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, here we go. This is what we want. So whenever you can, guys, a lot of people, there's a thing in programming called primitive fixation. And it's where what tends to happen is you learn a bunch of basic types when programming. And you know, if like yes or no, true or false, you learn that like a Boolean is a thing that can you know, represent two values. And so then every time you find yourself in a position where you need something which is like, you know, true or false, on or off, you use a Boolean. But Booleans are, although they represent an underlying value, you don't want to use them everywhere. Doing that can like cause problems in your designs where your code doesn't communicate as well as it would usually. You're not Nacho? He says you're welcome. All right, hold on. No, Dolly is definitely not Nacho, but if I guess Dolly could pass the thank you on for you, Centurion, because Dolly is lucky enough to spend, you know, she can probably pass that on, but she is definitely not Nacho. That is absolutely true. So yeah, enums are great, but the reason you use these is because whenever you can, you want to encode more information in your variables than you possibly can. And so like primitive fixation is this way where like people tend to in their code fixate on using primitive to describe types, where very often you can embed more meaning. So things like, okay, so a good example is like a phone number. A phone number is an address. It's like an address of a phone. You know, it's the system that. Okay, wow, that's quite bright. A phone number, once this loads, phone numbers are like for instance, mobile number, it's like 04 number. So there's 4 sets of digits like that, right? That's usually the format for a phone number, right? This could be a bunch of things, right? This could be an integer, right? So this could be an int. It could be a string. It could be a, so where strings, guys, are, for those who haven't done a lot of programs, strings are like essentially words, like ways of encoding like text. So string. It could also now, if we wanted to, be our own type. So like, what do we have? Hold on. From here, it could have its own type that we define, right? That is a phone number. We could go phone number. And then phone number can have certain validations that apply to it, because a string, an int can be like, an int could also be a, it could be something like this. It could be, you know, it could be 9,000, right? It's over 9,000. It could be the number, I mean, what do we see? Like, it could be 69, right? That's a valid integer. It can be, you know, it can be 0, right? But all of these things, they're valid integers, but they're not valid phone numbers. A string could be, you know, to be or not to be, right? And so this has a bunch of different encoding that is valid for it that we want to be aware of too, right? To be or not to be is not a phone number, right? A phone number, we can say phone number must have a, like, you know, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 digits. It must be, you know, yeah, it must be exactly 10 digits. It must start with 04. So we can, in our code, right, we could pass the information for a phone number around in a whole bunch of different ways. We could pass it in as like an integer. We could pass it in as a string. But the most effective way to make a robust system that that is resistant to change and doesn't have issues, or like is resistant to error, is to create types that strictly define what your thing is, right, and what it does. And so right now what we're doing is we have door, right? You know, what do we actually have it called? We've got door.open, which is a good method because it doesn't do, like, you know, it doesn't do anything like, you know, it opens the door. It's very clear. It has no parameters. Calling this, it should be obvious what it does. You can't mess it up by passing something wrong into it. But this move door function, right, is open, right? We've got door is, you know, is open, which can be true or false, right? But it's, although this isn't an instance where the type could be wrong, it is so true and false. What it does run the risk of is, if we've got this instance where the door is open, right, and it's a bool, we can pass this bool around, and then in some, you know, in some other context, we might use this bool as something where we lost the context, right, and we just have true and false. True and false doesn't say anything about the state of the door. And so the best way to do this, really, is we want to, because absent its context, now its variable name is open could also be misunderstood for something, right? It could be any number of different things. And so is open is the state of the door. It can be true or false. But what I want to do is, instead of doing this, I want to have like door state. And although we could embed it as a Boolean, I'm going to make it a new enum. And then we can have these different things with open and then closed. And then even if your values, the values of your variable get detached from the context, you can figure the context out, right? Because if we zoom out and we see, like, if we see we've got some variable that's like this, and we have an instance of something which is open, right? I can look at what is, and I can say, oh, this is door state, so I know exactly what's relevant about it. So that's what we're going to do. I think we have, because we've started a new language and we didn't know how to do enums, right? We're starting Verse and we didn't know how to do enums. That's going to be the first thing we really like focus on to get that right. But yeah. Ooh, what's going on? Hold on. Let's see. She's the cheese that holds the nacho together. She is. She supports him really, really well. I'm doing really good, by the way, Dolly. I had a great day. I had a really, really good day today. I skipped the gym and I caught up on some life admin and some business admin. And from that, I jumped straight into, so I skipped the gym, which wasn't good. I'm going to make that up tomorrow. So I'm going to the gym tomorrow with Oasis and Fast and Over. But I did get to catch up with Oasis and Over like a lot today at the bathhouse. That was the other thing I did. I went to dinner and oh my God, huge bombshell got dropped there. Like they're finally engaged. So Marcus and Fruity got engaged, and Marcus told us all about the ring that he got. It was like, dude, that guy's making it. He's making the rest of us guys look bad. He really put so much time and attention into like picking that ring out. He called it like the Thanos ring because he got jewels of all these different colors, and he got them. Oh man. And like one of the jewels in there was like really, really special because it wasn't heat treated. It just came out of the ground in this really perfect rare color. And like, oh man. And the way he did it too, he really like put a lot of love and care into the whole proposal, which is very, very hard to do. So, I mean, they killed it. Those two are such a good model for a happy couple. I think they're really good for each other. And now they're, now I got to get ready for a wedding at the end of the year. That's going to be incredible. I can't wait. You won soccer today? Dolly, that's awesome. Castell's been trying to get me to play soccer as well. Well, I asked her about it. I've gone and seen a couple of the games that she played. She hasn't been getting me to play. I'm interested in playing after watching her play a few times. And it seems like there's a local group of people who play who are like pretty newbie, which could be perfect for me. It's like for groups of people who are a little bit older. And I guess I'm starting to fall into that category now, but I still think I'm pretty athletic. I'm still pretty mobile. So it's, yeah, it should be good. Let's see. So hold on. Did you score any goals? It's a good question. I think the better question is like, did you play well? Because sometimes you can be against a really, really hard team. And if you don't score any goals, like you should measure yourself against how well you play. That's, your day was kind of boring, but F1 qualifying is about to start, which is exciting. Are you really into the F1 goalie? I wasn't aware of that. That's really cool. You're the goalie. That's such an important role in the team. That's what I want to be too. If I go and play soccer, I want to be goalie because I'm really good at like hand-eye coordination and I got very good hand speed. I don't know about like the diving and jumping and stuff, but Dolly, did you win 7-0? That's always fun when you're on the winning team like that. That's huge. Nacho just told me like 5 seconds ago. It's so exciting for them. Those two are like, man, Marcus is so like, he's the kind of person who when he sets his mind to something, he does a really, really, really good job of it, right? He locks in and just like excels. He excels with the things that he does. And like, he is so locked in on Fruity. He has his heart set on that woman. They've been together forever. So of course he has, but like the way that he went around like proposing and like all the thought, like I think everybody knew they were going to do it for a very, very long time, but he just didn't want to do it badly. He really wanted to get like perfect at and it sounds like he really did. It sounds like it was the right combination of like of personal, but also like really, there was a bit of spectacle, but like a good balance of it. It's I feel like those guys they've got a good life. I used to play goalie before my injury. I used to be an adventurer, and then I took an arrow in the knee. You used to be a goalie until your injury. I'm sorry, Centurion Angel. it's good that you and your family still use it as a way to get together and bond. That's really, really awesome. Okay, where are we at? Let's do a little bit more. Let's go and do these enums, because now we know how to do it. I actually don't mind the syntax of this. There's a lot of things that when I jump into Verse and I look at it as a programming language, I go like, you know what? That's actually a really good design choice. And then I look at its integration into UEFN, and I go, ooh, the engine level decisions were bad decisions. Sir Dewey, I loved the nachos at dinner. I had nachos and they were so good. They were like, they had braised beef, and they made their own custom corn chips. And I don't know what it was, but they might have actually been. And I've had a lot of nachos in my day. They were 10 out of 10 nachos. They were so freaking good. But how did this is so weird. I forget that like everything gets posted on social media, and everybody, when you go to an event like this, people see it, and it's like, are you asking about my dinner, Sir Dewey? I'm guessing it was probably because Vass has posted something. It's yeah. So okay, hold on. I went to Adelaide GP in the 80s. Haven't been since. It's really cool when you go and do something live. I feel like it's a whole different vibe with it. You tore your shoulder in MMA. Can't lift my arm either, my shoulder anymore. I mean, but that's pretty cool that you went and did MMA like that, Centurion Angel. That's awesome. That's really, really cool. But at the same time, sorry about your injury, man. I feel like, it's good to be able to do that stuff. It teaches you a lot just in terms of discipline and focus. And I think people underestimate how competent being as a fighter you can be if you've gone and trained MMA. But if you've got that injury, you're gonna have to go easy. But like, it's better to be a gardener, a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. And maybe this means you just you take it easy for a little bit. You keep training. You don't compete at the same level because of your injury, but you're still gonna know how to do it. And if you ever really need it, Nacho giving out 50 community subs again. Thank you, Nacho. Stop doing this. What are you doing here? Just watch and enjoy yourself, dude. Thank you, Nacho. Every freaking time. Nacho's in the chat, please, for Nacho. I can't be too. Everybody else is relaxing after the spa. We went to a spa, so everyone's still at the spa, coming down from that. They all went to bed early, so I can't be too excited, loudly excited. I think yesterday, I got too loudly excited again, and I can't do that because I don't want to wake everyone up. But holy crap. Thank you, Nacho. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. You gotta stop doing it though, dude. I mean, on one hand, I love it. Thank you. On one hand, thank you so much. But on the other, it's I feel like I'm not worthy of it yet, Nacho. That's what it is. I think that's what it is. I'm not worthy of it. I got so much more to do before I'm worthy of all of this, Nacho. I'm not there yet, man. Let me get worthy. Let me do more, and then we can there's so much more I need to do on this channel to be worthy of the way that you spoil us here, man. Oh, thank you, Dolly. If you think I am now, just wait. This is the kind of thing that you get better and better at it with time. And I've got so many amazing plans for this channel and what it's going to be. Just wait. More and more, I'm delegating, I'm stepping back, I'm letting other people do the things that I needed to do. And it's beers at PAX, 100%. Yes, Dolly, Nacho, Goldie, we really need to take some time to just hang out and get to know each other. And because it's one thing to see to communicate like this, but PAX is a chance to shake hands in person and stuff like that. Thank you, Nacho. Thank you so much, man. Another 50 community subs is huge, and that's on the back of whatever 300 yesterday. Thanks, man. 200. I don't know. I think I'm looking at it now, but it's the number that you've contributed to this channel. I think you don't understand how important your support has been. It's incredible, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. The joys of living with friends. Noise is an unavoidable habit. Yeah. At least though, Centurion, I have the advantage of like these friends also sometimes streaming at all like kind of crazy hours and being really, really noisy. So I feel like though, hey Luke, how you doing? Great to see you, Luke. Thanks for swinging by, man. It's good to see you. You're starting to become a regular. I'm so into that, man. You are such a big part of all the other communities around here. You being a part of this one is so welcome. Thank you. Did you catch one of Nacho's subs? Nacho just dropped another 50 subs, and I'm trying to keep my voice down and not be too animated and excited about it. But it's great that you're here, man. It's great that you're here. I can show you progress. We've made some really cool progress. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but yeah, we made really good progress on the map. I can't wait to show it off. But yeah, dude, thank you. Thank you so much, Nacho. Thanks a lot. You look at that. Everybody's saying hello to Luke. There's a lot of welcomes here. I'm really glad that you guys said we need the tip of the hat icon. That one gets a lot of use. Not nearly as much use as the nachos. Do you know how much like the nacho emotes get used? Not even in this channel, just like everywhere. That is, if there is one viral thing that I have done so far with Streamy, it's making that nacho emote. It's just gone so far. It's like, it's broken loose of this stream, and it's just like getting used everywhere. It gets used in FASs, it gets used in all the different streams. I've like tuned into streams that like weren't, yeah, who doesn't like nachos? The nachos I had tonight were so freaking good. Like Sam, you're not wrong to ask. It was freaking delicious. It was really, really nice. I mean, yeah, you're right. Everybody likes nachos. Even like Dev and Fass, who have really big dietary, constraints. They loved nachos. So, all right. I did a bit of a rant about enums, and then we haven't even gone and implemented them yet. I think there's going to be a bit of a disconnect between the concept and why we're doing this and the actual code itself. But yeah, I don't like that these enums here with like is open and instant. I think I can forgive instant, but at the same time, so one thing I want to learn is like, can these enums be nested? And I guess they can. Arena door device, it makes sense that this would have like a, let's see, open state is going to be even like state. So it's going to be door.state can be open and closed. All right. That seems to be the same as their code. I haven't ever written an enum in this language yet. Type definitions are not implemented outside of a module scope. So I'm guessing you can't define an enum inside of a class in this. Vaximos, thank you for coming out a lurk to thank Nacho for the sub. You wouldn't believe how many people engage with chat because they've received subs from Nacho. Not only does it support the channel, just like with the subs, it supports the channel with like getting people to engage with the community as well. That's so huge. I had amazing pulled pork nachos a few weeks back. Sly, yeah, these were so good. These were the nicest pulled pork nachos. They were really, really good. You don't like nachos, Dolly? What are you talking about? Faximos, thank you for the follow too, man. I'm not sure how I got here. I don't follow a lurk here, but I'm loving the vibe. Look, that's awesome, man. We try and create good vibes all the way down from the, that's the thing. It's like, we've been saying this a lot in the stream. It's like being great at streaming, I think, being great at anything for me comes down to adding up little small improvements. It's an aggregation of marginal gains. If you make your stream 1% better every time you do it, right, then you just got to keep doing it, and eventually it's going to be great. So we've been working really hard on improving it, like one bit at a time. Every stream I go and mess around with OBS and try and make it one little bit better. Every time I go and think, I'm starting to plan a bit ahead for my streams. I mean, today was amazing because I got to chat with Overstrand about maps he wants to make, and they're really, really cool. That guy is just like dialed into the zeitgeist of Fortnite. He understands what people want. Hot tub coding stream, dude. You know what though? It wouldn't be bad. Like just sitting in a sauna with Ova and talking about Fortnite ideas. It's like, it was like it's a bathhouse, so it's like one of those really hot, like a hot bathtub, kind of like a hot pool. It's like a super heated pool, and you're just like sitting there, chilling out, relaxing. You've got like a cup of tea, and then you've never coded a day in your life, Vaximos. I mean, that's really cool, man. We were just talking about some concepts like enums is what we were discussing, and how you can encode information into different types. And so if you've never coded ever before, then like this is going to teach you a few things about like basic programming concepts. But yeah, we're coding a Fortnite map. So one more time, just for those who missed it, I'll start this over, and we'll go have a look at some of the features that we've put into it, and then we'll look more closely at how we need to roll it out and what needs to be done this stream. Your ex showed you a lot of C# and tried to teach me, but I couldn't get the hang of it. But you've always been interested. C# is my favorite language. I think it's probably, for like, you can use it in Godot, you can use it in Unreal Engine, though I wouldn't recommend it there. You can use it you can use that language everywhere for games. So I think it's a really great games programming language. So I can highly recommend it as a way to learn. I wish we were using C# here. At the moment, we're not using that. We're learning a completely new language. But the interesting thing about languages is like if you learnt C#, the transferability of the principles of programming are very, very high. So it doesn't matter what other languages you eventually learn, they'll become easier and easier and faster. Hey Freya, welcome back. It's good to see you again. How you been? It hasn't been long. It's good to see you coming back into the stream. That's really cool. Maybe I will try it again. Vaximos, please do, and swing by this stream with any questions that you have as you run into them, as you run into problems. We actually fairly often have people come by and be like, hey, can you review my project or have a look at my code? And sometimes we ask them to drop that in the Discord's project channel, and I'll go and have a look at them. And sometimes if a really interesting one comes up, we'll jump in and look at it together and find teachable moments and stuff like that. Okay, so last thing we implemented when we finished last. So let's just recap again, because it was this door opening into the world. And also you guys will notice this is pretty different from your typical Fortnite game. Fortnite's an FPS, right? It's not an FPS, and it's certainly not an aim trainer. So that's what we're doing at the moment, is we've built it into an aim trainer. And so we need to implement mini games in each of these things, because right now it's 20 seconds per game, and then it takes you back to the arcade. And so every one of these different arcade machines is going to be a different kind of mini game, right? So for instance, this one is actually implemented with a mini game, and you've got to shoot the targets as fast as you can. So I got to slow down and get my aim right, because if we don't shoot carefully, we're not going to do well with it. I also want to make the gun more accurate, or maybe I just need to choose a more accurate gun. We'll see how many we can possibly shoot before the game ends. Yeah, not many. Needed to do better. So every different arcade machine is going to have a different mini game and a different environment. Right now we've implemented a whole bunch of really cool ones. This one I broke. Yeah, so we're going to have to fix this one. Is it going to? I don't think it's even going to teleport me back, honestly. So hold on. Menu, log. No, it didn't start a minigame, so we'll have to restart it. But I think you guys get the basic idea of it. And so we're at the point where we finished implementing the door, closing and opening, and I want to now make that door open and close work everywhere. But yeah, so the open and close door state, it's currently being used as a boolean, or a value that can be true or false, on or off, yes or no. And you can use it to in a whole bunch of other contexts, like dark and light or open and closed. So it's something that can hold either, in terms of code, people talk about binary, there's zeros and ones, and everything in a computer is zeros and ones. And so 0 and 1 is essentially what where 1 is true and 0 is false, right? So I want to convert that now into door state, and that's what we were in. That what we were doing. That was what we were doing just before I got sidetracked, and you'll find that happens a lot, guys. I get sidetracked a lot. So this arena door device, this should be possible in something like C#. Centurion, was it Centurion who said that? No, it was Vaximos. Vaximos tried to, you tried to learn C#, and C#, this would be a really easy thing to do. It seems to not be supported, and that sample, we're learning from an AI mostly right now. That came from here, where the sample was telling us we can, yeah, look, a squirrel. Honestly, Castell doesn't deserve to have, I deserve to have the squirrel emote, because and to be fair, Castell she's a good distraction from work too. Actually, she does help me play games and stuff like that. It's one very good quality of that person. So it's she does it too. Yeah. We both do it. She's very high energy though, just like me. She really is. Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Sly. I think she needs to I was talking to her about trying to do something like what I'm doing with her data science. I've got all that data for that I talked about earlier in the stream, where we were looking at the chat logs and stuff like that. I would love to do a collaboration with Castell, where I provide her that data, and then she tries to together we figure out what we could actually do with it, and then from there it could be we could go and make some cool software together that uses her really, really high level math stuff. And okay, hold on, look at that. This is a different way. It says public enum. So yeah, we could work together on something. I'd be really cool. I'd be really interested in doing that, because her content right now is it's very game centric, and also but she was saying she did some really cool streams where she looked at data as beautiful. All right, this isn't working. Let's go see. Let's get this error and go see what the AI has to say about it. So I tried to do the following. So this here, if you're ever talking to an AI, guys, what they do really well is speak Markdown. And in Markdown, you can do something where in the middle of your code, your text, you can give it code. And so in this case, actually, I don't think the error. So we can say, I tried to do the following, and I can say, this, and because I put it in these 3 little tags and I say verse, now it knows that it's code and it knows the language is verse. And that can with prompts, even when you're just talking with it, it can really help it get better results. And it produced the following error. Error with many R's, but it'll figure that out. Oh yeah, did someone mention spreadsheets? Night Streamer, you know that me and Castell, when she was doing her subathon, we actually went and made the Twitch category for spreadsheets together. So we, her and me at the same, I think it's even her, we went and, yeah, we made the Twitch spreadsheets category. So we might actually have to wind up doing one. I think that'd be really, really funny and interesting. So it'll be a spreadsheets stream. We have, yeah, definitely nerds. Okay, you need to define a module. So can't we nest a enum within a class? Can't we nest an enum within a class? If they make it difficult to do simple things like enum, they are going to get a lot of code that has that primitive fixation principle we talked about earlier. It's yeah, talk nerdy to me. Definitely, if we're talking spreadsheets, we're up that. We're definitely going down that direction. Where okay, you cannot nest an enum inside a class. Enums must always be defined at the module level, not within classes or functions. Why? Verse enforces that all type definitions, including enum, structs, and classes, are declared inside a module. Okay. So maybe I should be... All right, we've got our class. So how do I define an enum in the same module that a class resides within? I mean, yeah, spreadsheets, I don't know if spreadsheets are more or less nerdy than code. I feel like they're fairly nerdy. Like a lot. Yeah, very nerdy. But maybe not as nerdy as code. Inside a module block. The my module is your module container. State is the enum. Door is the class. My module, got... I don't like the way that you have to structure this. All right, so... What's my question here? Okay. So I guess I'm starting to introduce modules here. So... Module... What's the syntax? On point. So, what are the naming conventions that apply to modules in Verse? Nerd, we prefer the term intellectual badass. You know what's like? I'm kind of starting to just like to own it. I think it's not bad to. I think nerdy is cool now. Once upon a time, not so much, and maybe still in high school and stuff like that, not so cool. But a certain thing happens when you outgrow like the, you outgrow high school and the whole, jocks and nerds paradigm, and it's like, oh, it turns out nerds like, they're intelligent, they solve problems, they tend to like, not always, but they often make a lot of money, they have emotional intelligence, they're like, nerds have a lot to offer. And I think if you realize that and then lean into your nerdy attributes, it's it's not a bad thing to shy away from. I think nerdy is cool in my book. So Verse modules are organized by name based on folder structure. Okay, so I could in theory just put a new... All right. So you can be explicit with the name of your... all right. Okay. So literally, this is one thing I'm hating about this AI, is literally, it just like suggests a naming convention here, like my underscore module, and then you ask it like how to name things well, and its first examples are like completely different from what it said before, right? Like I was like, how do you make a module? And it's like this, and it had an example with like lowercase and underscores. I think it's called snake case. And then it goes on to say that the right way to name it is camel case. I wish it just gave better examples, because also the ridiculous thing, the absolutely ridiculous thing is once you have a name for something, if you have a name for it, it's almost like, it's like hours of work to rename it, which is crazy. You should just be able to rename it and have it go everywhere. So this is kind of unfortunate. So let's see, can I define it up here? Door state can be open and closed. All right, that's now better. I'm happy for that to live like that. And now this means it's not nested within this, but it bothers me now that I know that like class names should be Arena door device. I'm almost tempted to go and rename and go and spend an hour to change it all, like right now, because the longer I wait, the more difficult it will be to change it. And it's going to bother me now that I know that this isn't the right naming convention. Like, yeah, let's just ask it again to be sure. What's the best naming convention for classes in Verse? Let's see what it has to say. Base Trade, yo, Base Trade, how you doing, man? Good to see you swinging through. How you been? It's been a minute. I really enjoyed playing. I really enjoyed playing Peak, by the way, a while ago. I've been wanting to do something like that again. How are you? Good morning to you too. It's good night from me over here in Australia. It's how long can I base? How long can you go? Why do you have a public enemy in my head? Right. I actually posted a TikTok this morning of that stupid joke I did, which made me curious to see how you were, if you were live. Yes, here I am, man. Like, that's awesome that TikTok went out there. That's really cool. It's really, really cool, dude. That joke was actually legit hilarious. You're really funny. You're a funny dude. I think the thing that made playing Peak was you guys and the sense of humor that you all had. And like just you should be a voice actor or something, dude. Did you see they added cannibalism? No, I didn't, but that's pretty on brand. That's actually hilarious. What are the downsides though? You can't do something like that without building in like some downside to it. That's really, really funny. So see guys, the naming convention it's upper camel case. And now here we are with lower snake case. So it says to use, on one hand, you know, the most frustrating thing about all of this, and like maybe you're with me on this one, by the way, Luke, is the reason I named it like that is because you go like Verse Explorer. If I go to the Verse Explorer and I add a new verse file to the project, look at the name. It's lower snake case. Of course I'm going to name it lower snake case because this is what you tell me to do, right? This is literally the default example built into the thing. You're telling me to do it wrong, and it matters. Good naming conventions matter to a healthy code project, right? So this is very frustrating to me that I went and did this. It wouldn't frustrate me if it was like, fine, I'll just rename it. But because now I've used this on like 40 different objects, the crazy thing is if you rename your class, 40 different things in your game break that you have to go and fix. It's crazy. When your hunger gets extreme though, you start seeing your friends as food. Yeah, that's hilarious. That's really, 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 really funny. Base trade, I think that yeah, it would be worth playing that game again. I'd love to do that. I'll circle back to that. It's cool that you swung by here to see if I was live, man. Have you seen the kind of thing that we do here? Because I'll show you what we're working on just quickly. Though I've been like back and forth every time somebody comes by. I want to show off what we're working on. So this is Fortnite, and we're not playing Fortnite as much as we're making Fortnite right now. So what's a good example? Here we'll go. Was this one broken? I feel like that one was broken. Let's not go in that one. We'll go in this one. We'll go to the big arcade machine. There was once a streamer named Base, whose name was all in uppercase. He played Peak at night, ended friends on sight, eating his friends on sight with an evil grin across his face. Yeah, dude, I like the limerick. That's an excellent limerick. We have to play again. Okay, so this is what we've got. These mini games, some of them are more difficult than others. This one's fairly distant. It's harder than it looks. It's not that hard. So it's shooting mini games in first person with aim training type mechanics. This is what we've done. We didn't like Fortnite as it was. Well, bam, and then the door would close, and it's like, okay, now we can't access this arcade machine anymore. And so the idea is a whole bunch of people are going to play. The people with the worst score are going to get removed from the game. Yes, I do need aim training. That's why I decided I would just build an aim trainer to get it right. Um, so okay, hold on. This one has the door opening and closing, but doesn't have mini games in it. We need to do a lot more of that. Um, don't turn your back on base when playing Peak. Now that yeah, I do. But look, if you think you can do better base, I welcome you to come try the game. I welcome you to come try the game out. So yeah, we're making a custom game. Making a custom game in Fortnite. I can lip what the cannibalism looks like. Yeah, of course, man. Of course. Yeah, Goldie knows you. I know you know you're not gonna get banned for linking or anything like that. I'll open it up. We'll have a look together. Also, look, that red. I need to notice that red light matches this red light, which is very cool. All right, so hold on. Let's not get too distracted with annoyances about the engine. But we know stuff now. We know stuff we didn't know. Now we have door state. We can say door state here. And then we can go door state dot open. I mean, hold on. Is open was false. So this is door state dot closed. Yep. This is close is door state dot close. This is door state dot open. Door state dot open. Excellent. All right, yeah, let's check that out. What the hell? What the hell? How is he dancing like that? Is that what happens when you get really, really hungry? They look like a chicken? That's sick. Oh no. That's awesome. I need a TikTok account. That's awesome, Based. That's so funny. Dude, that video is going to do very well. That's hilarious. That's hilarious, man. Oh, man. So, this is going to be... we can change the door state. Mm-hmm. Door open. Let's see. Door equals door state dot open. I don't think we even need this. If door state is open, then up, otherwise it's in the closed position. Cool. I love that they keep their hats. Yeah, that's really, really smart. What a great design. What a great design. How good is that? That's funny. We should play that again. So, Base, when you get hungry, do your friends start looking like chickens? Is that what like automatically happens? If so, that's so funny and so smart of them to do that. It turns it into a PvP suddenly. Yeah, okay. And then what, you just walk up to them and press E and you eat them? People were complaining there wasn't a vegan option. And it's like... That's pretty good. That's pretty damn good. Yeah, that's hilarious. All right, cool. So now we know how to use enums, and this class is better. All right, I think we're going to go arena door device, except that this is going to break the one arena door that we have currently, and then go like fix that, and then go roll that out everywhere. That's the next change to make. Yeah, no, I don't know how they can expect veganism inside of a game that's literally like implementing cannibalism. I think sometimes vegans can be like, fast is the right vegan. Does that make sense? Fast is a good amount of vegan. It's a funny thing to say. Nobody tell her I said that. That seems weird, commenting on veganism like that. But she's the right amount of vegan. Some vegans are like very vocal about it, and Fast will just like, you know, tell you what she believes if you ask her about it, but she's not like telling you to eat any differently. I don't think she pushes me at all to eat differently, which is more than I can say for most vegans, I would say. All right, where are we? Yeah, some can be very pushy. She eats all the veggies, so there's more meat for me. I mean, yeah, kind of. Though I would say like, she is kind of swaying me. I'm trying to like consider her a lot, and like I tend to cook for her a lot when I'm cooking for myself, just to be like, you know, I may as well. Are you still working on the door? Yeah, I guess we are still working on the door, Sam. We kind of finished that last stream, and now we have it all figured out. We're just implementing it now. So it's all working. Now we just have to put it on all the different environments. So here we go. Arena door. I mean, I changed the name. Shouldn't that have broken everything? It probably will when I do this, right? Actually, let's disconnect this first. This can be clear. Instead of, isn't there like a way to clear? Clears the asset on this field. It did not clear the asset on this field. Clear? Okay, cool. We'll save that. We'll save this here and build it. And that will probably break it. Here we are. All right. Any minute. Maybe we don't even need that. Here we go. That broke. Unknown device, arena door device. Excellent. Unknown member, close, open, close. This one's going to be interesting. What's that about? This had no problem with it. Oh, it did have an error with it. Let's see. Source verse. We can ignore those. Okay, unknown member. Arena door value. Oh, what? Oh, yeah, of course. Arena door device now. That can be an arena door device, nullable one. Excellent. That gets rid of so many errors. Build that. I don't know if I would go up the mountain with base. That I would go up with fast feet. See, veganism makes you more trustworthy. Confirmed. Confirmed. Nightstream has confirmed it. Also, good to see you, by the way, Nightstream. I know, like, you started chatting before, but I didn't get a chance to really say hi. Okay, hold on. I think we're gonna continue. Yep, that's fine. What's it doing behind the scenes there? No, bro, you can totally trust me. I ate recently, I promise. That's the kind of trust that you give to like swimming with a shark. It's like, oh, it's probably just eaten. It's not hungry enough to eat me. This is fine. Eat Seb, Sly, and Goldie first. They're full of pesticides and preservatives. Exactly. Eat fast first. She eats very healthy food. She's like a free range. Vegans are free range humans for cannibals. They're like grass fed meat for cannibals. Oh, hilarious. Okay, what do we got? Would you like to continue? Click continue to attempt to close all existing language servers associated with the VS Code extension. Yeah, continue. Continue. Please close them. Excellent. Excellent. Where are we here? Where's our door device? Did we have a door device? Yes, we did. This one can actually just go. Then we can make a new one. This can go. Add a new verse device here. Where was it? Arena door device. Yes. Where is it? Where's that device? World. Don't go up the mountain with fast feet. So cows, pigs, sheep. I mean, you only eat vegans. Yeah, true. True. Actually, you kind of got a point there, Psych. Vegetables are the meat my meat eats. In a way, if you're really like carnivorous in your psychology. It's the food my food eats. Where did that just go? I swear I just added that arena door device. I don't think it did. What if it goes there? Okay, that worked. Door prop is this prop. Excellent. Do I keep it here or not? I mean, I definitely move this in the solution structure to, where are we? We're the carnival. Go have a look at the carnival. Here it is. That's going to go to arena door device. This arena door device needs to be verse device, arena door device, carnival. Excellent. Now this can get connected, arena door, carnival. Yeah, sweet. All right, nice. Very nice. All right, cool. Should we check if it works? Or just move on to the next one? I'm tempted to just like move on to the next one. I mean here, actually. Maybe I like copy this and give those values to this. This shouldn't be visible in game. At the same time, I feel like maybe the right call is to like move it here under the, like under the arena. I don't know. It's Base Trade TV's fault. He started the cannibal talk. Well, yeah. How do we go from coding to cannibalism? Because we were playing a very fun game together. Like honestly, Based, I don't know if you would be into playing that again sometime. Actually, I think you're like, I don't know, if you want like some random like programming streamer from, you know, doing the night shift with a to jump in and play play more games. But that was so fun. I'd totally be into doing that again. Very, very enjoyable. Okay. Let's leave it here for now. We'll have this device here. We may as well. I'm hoping to satisfy my craving for bratwurst, German club. Psych, that's pretty good. Hey, Eightfold, how you doing? Welcome. Welcome to the stream, man. It's good to see you. Okay, so that door is going to work. I think we've done now for that door for Carnival, but let's go to the next one, which is Farm. Yes, let's go to Farm. There's the teleporter. There's the farm exit. So, first things first, this is going to go to farm. There's the door device. I actually think the... So where do we actually make the door go in the hierarchy? Yeah, so we'll copy that, and I think I'm going to put that under the... Yeah, we're going to make the door go under the device. which means the farm one can go. We'll copy that, paste that. Both of them actually. Those can go copy, paste. Copy, paste. And then this from Carnival becomes, what's the next one? Carnival farm. Okay. Did it change it? No. Farm. Yes, farm here as well. Then those go into the farm folder. And then, whoops, not castle, but farm. Excellent. Then from here, this gives us our location. Then this, we can copy the location, give that location to that, paste. All right, now we're cooking with gas, guys. Starting to get it all together. The rotation of this, we should copy as well. From there, paste that here. $180 around that, I would say, though. 180. Getting close. Let's get back to Fortnite and the Fantastic Four skins. Hold on. Yeah, look. Wow. That... I see what you did there, Sly. Didn't mean to say that, but... Fruity was actually talking about today at dinner. She was saying she shouldn't... she had to be really careful not to talk about, like, skins. In that, like, she went and did something with a bunch of celebrities. And had to be careful not to say Fantastic Four skins. She was saying how she had to like think how to communicate with normies about concepts in computer games. Tough job. Hard to do. They did not think that one through, right? No. That's why they are. Yep. How you doing, Sergius? Welcome to the stream, man. I hope you're doing well. Look how much progress we've made. We're making heaps of progress. We're implementing the doors, and I don't think we're far away from... I mean, I need a better system to like... Maybe what I need to do... I think the position and rotation here, this position, if I give that to this object, if I paste that... Okay, no, this is going to have to... We're going to have to change the hierarchy, unfortunately. That goes there. If we paste that, yep. Position, and then the rotation as well. Interesting, actually, that it has the door closed. Closed is 0. Hold on, let's check our code. Closed pos is negative 150. Maybe I need that to be, the open position needs to be, like maybe I need to just like use this differently. That needs to be the open position. Because if I have a good way to place this perfectly without having to worry about it like that, that's going to be really handy. Maybe that should go under, no, we can't do it. It has to go the other way around. That's annoying. Okay, maybe. Let's go like this. This is the location, so this is the position. We do want it to start open like that. This position we're going to give to that object. We'll see what happens to it if we do that. Or if that's a complete nightmare. You know, it's not bad. We don't want it to be visible. We don't want it to cast shadows. Not visible. Well, we do want it to be visible. We don't want it hidden. We want it hidden in game. Do we even want it visible, honestly? Probably not, right? Can we make all these not visible? That might be nice. No, I feel like we do want it visible. It's going to be hard to keep track of it if it's not. So, visible in game. Where did it go? Oh, right, that's elsewhere. Different device. This one, visible in game. Yep. Okay, that can go there in that location. That means... Oh, man. Okay, that can go under the door. In terms of location, we'll start the door up, and then it should cause the door to slam. Which one is this? Farm. Let's go have a look at farm. We'll push the changes. We'll wait for it. We'll catch up on chat. We'll go see if this works. I think we still have a little bit more configuration to do, though. There's the mini game for farm. The component. Hold on, that's the mini game door. Right, this should be under that. Or hold on, that should be under that. That should be under that. There we go. We got it. We got there eventually. Okay. Minigame door. This minigame needs to be... What the heck? Arena door is... Arena door device. And then that gets to be the farm arena door device. Sweet. That should now all be hooked up. That should all be hooked up. Save those changes, push those changes, and then we're up to chat. Cool. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Okay. She did... Oh my god, yeah, she did the thing with the cast of the movie. How cool is that, right? I feel like streamers are really starting to hit the mainstream lately. It's pretty... get it? The mainstream. Yep. Great pun there. Great pun there. Need to use that more often. Definitely need to use that more often. I'd get around by saying outfits. No, exactly though, Goldie. You've got to think about like what makes sense to them. Who knows why they're... actually, I do. I don't know why games started calling them skins. I think it's like a programming thing that found... Like a game design and programming thing that found its way into like the... You know, the way that people normally speak about this stuff. Is say it and act normal, yeah. There was also things like... A person is like... Saying someone's squishy, that doesn't make sense to most people, you know? But that's what, you know, we say it all the time. Oh, that person's squishy, go shoot them. Like, you know, prioritize the squishy targets. It's like, what do you mean? It rubs the lotion on its skin. Yep. I felt like those Fantastic Four actors were in Sydney for a week. They were in the news for days. Yeah, right. I haven't even seen it. That's one good way to get the, you know, get press and media attention, I suppose, though. I'm refactoring code in JavaScript. Sergius, dude, cool. The issue is the code is very long. As much as the French baguette. Can you decompose it, Sergius, into smaller parts? That's often the best way to refactor is to, you know, find responsibilities if you can, and then like split it out according to like draw boundaries according to responsibilities and data, and then like decompose it one part at a time and say, I'm going to work on one particular responsibility. When it's a long class, if it's really, really long, the best thing to do is say, okay, pick one responsibility that this long thing has, and then create a new class, and then move all of the code related to that responsibility out into that class. Use it as encapsulation, so your old really long thing now has, instead of having all of the code for that thing in it, it has one little reference to the thing that it needs that does all that stuff, and then just call methods on the other class, and then repeat that and keep repeating it until your really big and complicated thing becomes a small and simple thing. You know, like Yeah, so just like I'm sure you weren't asking for advice, but like that's the way that I approach refactoring like that is by decomposition and like make sure that you split things into domains of responsibility where the responsibility is as narrow as it can be, or not that it necessarily. Better to think of it as like where code has as few reasons to change as possible. Yeah. Okay, hear me out. Can we make a fast-V skin? And when you select it, there are no doors. Sly. I would 100% do that. Unfortunately, it doesn't support creating custom skins. I wish it did. I think Fortnite's a bit protective of the skin system because people they make so much money with it. It was hard enough to make a gun skin, and that still isn't working consistently. It's still going to take a lot of time to make that work. But yeah, like when Homer ate a 10-foot hoagie. How you doing, Penny? Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If there's one thing Hollywood is good at, it's marketing. Yeah, for sure. Lufu's videos blew up and got made into memes. Dude, awesome. That's so good for her. That's like, it's quite a talent to be able to make something that does that. Like, you know, it's not easy. If you find a commodity, hold on. So find a commonality. Yeah. Like find behavior that's logically connected and then split it out into a system that manages that behavior. And also data. I think it's actually easier to start with data over behavior, Sergius. If you look for variables that are related to a particular thing and move those out and then see what behavior relates to the variable, and that's a better way to recompose systems. Start from the data, work to the functions that support the data, and then encapsulate those things in boundaries that are cohesive instead of coupled. So you don't want them to, you know, instead of, like that you want them to work together instead of relying on one another. If you can manage to take an approach like that. I know that type of thing is harder in JavaScript than other object-oriented languages, but that's really the key to refactoring big systems in my experience. Oh crap, I could have lent you my 3D scanner to scan her in. Actually, Sly, I think it wouldn't be too hard to make a fast 3D model. I could definitely do that. I'd probably use some AI tools and then tweak the models myself. But like, we don't like. You should try it. Like, I've tried photogrammetry and scanning and stuff like that. But these days, I think the easiest path to go, like from a person to a character, is like AI generating it from images. It's really, really cool. You should check that kind of tech out. So let's see. Would it be hard to make faster Fortnite skin? Night Streamer, it would be easy to make a faster Fortnite skin, but you can't, like Fortnite protects its skin system really. Like you can't implement your own Fortnite skin. Fortnite does that. And it's because they make so much money on their skins. You can't create custom skins easily in Fortnite, unfortunately. Everything is coming up, Lufu. Yeah, Lufu's doing great. She's winning life. She is winning life. She's done very, very, very well for herself. Yeah, and it's mostly Fortnite that's done it, honestly. It's much easier than photogrammetry if you're not trying to be realistic to scale model. Yeah, but like even if you are trying to be realistic to a scale model, it's not bad at doing that, honestly. It's good to see you here, Penny. It's really good to see you. I'm glad you jumped into the stream. I'm glad you stopped by to say hi. Okay, where are we at? All right, let's test our farm. I believe we have it now. This is why we need different arcade machines for the different environments. I want a new like level with the, you know, maybe we should do that ourselves. Like Jose has provided us a good template of like, I think there's a Photoshop document that we could use to like just open it up and put in the different images. But let's try and remember which one's the farm. I think this one. No. Now we have to pay the penalty of waiting 10 seconds. Or 12 seconds or whatever it was. Maybe we make that shorter. We can go check the entrance. Which one was it? Ah, the green machine. The green machine was the farm. Okay, let's go to the green machine. Boom. Door opens. Nice. This is supposed to be hidden. Not nice that it's not there. Also, why is it there's a collider related to it? That could really affect gameplay. And let's see the door. The door opened, which is great. It did it right too. Door closing. Let's bring that time down because we need to... Yeah, cool. Cool. So, where are we? Closed door pause might need to be lower. I think we need time on the start and end of the door. So let's just for now, we'll go sleep. 2 seconds on. So we go, if not instant, what was it? Dot sleep. Like this. If, and we use not instead of exclamation mark in this language. If not instant sleep, same thing here. If not instant sleep. So we sleep at the start of the end of this animation. And then what else have we got? So then on a mini game, we don't want to be waiting 20 seconds. Let's make it like 5 seconds for the purposes of our testing right now. Okay, that door's working. And that wasn't too painful to implement either. That's pretty good. One big problem we had was this device. Let's see if we turn it off as visible in game. That's going to be important. And then we'll end the game and start it again. Let's have another look, because if you shoot that and it misses, it should be fine. Okay, it's much easier. Only the top of the top Fortnite creators get skins. It's pretty rare to get one. Yeah, Goldie's not wrong. It's pretty rare to get one. That's, but at the same time, like, I'd love to make one and put it in, but there's no way to do it in UEFN. It's like locked down so that you can't really create custom skins. I don't know if you can make non-playable custom skins. That might be possible, but I'm not sure, and it's unlikely. I mean, the scanner will be accurate to a few microns, but you don't need that kind of accuracy for game skins. You're right, Slay. It's really useful for other situations. So let's try it. We'll start the game. Other situations where it's like digital doubles, for instance, digital twins, that's where that will absolutely work. Does it? Yep. Now that's fine. We can shoot out. The door opened. Did it take the 2 seconds though? I guess it didn't, but the verse code hasn't built yet anyway. So that's good. We'll build that verse code because we do need that. This code, I wish I could change the name of that. That's like gonna like bug me like be like a sore tooth sitting there waiting to get fixed. Very annoying. Okay, now we can lock in on. So that can copy. This can. There we go. So that gets copied. We can then. This can take the transform of this, which I'm quite happy that that's the case. That's going to mean for the graveyard, farm 2, if we paste here, oh, damn it. The rotation we'll need as well. That can go, sorry, copy this. And then this here, paste. Oh, why is that 180 degrees off? Disappointing. I thought that would work. It's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. As much as I have to fight my perfectionism, this doesn't have to be perfect. As long as it doesn't affect gameplay, that's the key constraint. Sorry, this goes to 49 degrees. Nice. No, 47, 48. 47.5. Oh wow, it just like deleted my degrees of accuracy. What I'm doing right now is trying to get this, and I realize no player will ever see it, so stop being a perfectionist, Seb. We'll be fine. That can go in a graveyard. Boom. One more done. One more door done. Only, it's not done until this gets done. This can be an arena door. Specifically, this arena door. Hello, arena door device. Where is it? Oh, I wish there's a way to like go through selection history. Not this, not farm. This can get that. Nice. That's connected. Let's keep moving. Copy this. Fields. Paste it. Hold on, don't copy like that. I have to copy both. It's very annoying that you have to copy both things. I don't know why hierarchy is not respected during copy operations in this. Though we also didn't rename it, did we? This becomes graveyard. Same with this. So copy. Copy fields goes here. Go to fields, go to the exit. Select this whole location. I am tempted to move these up into the, like... Alright, hold on. Hear me out. What if we move these whole hubs into their appropriate... So this is going to be arena hub. Where are we? Farm. And it's a static mesh. Actually, it's a blueprint, isn't it? Why did it move it without keeping the selection in the hierarchy? Okay, move this. This goes to farm. Cool. We've got fields, graveyard, go to the exit. This can then go, move it to graveyard. Arena hub underscore graveyard. This is a blueprint. BP underscore. It's all going really good, Penny. I had an amazing day today. It was like, I don't know, non-stressful. Honestly, this is the best way to close it out. Like getting to make a game. I spoke today with Overstrand about making more Fortnite maps, which means like we should actually get to the point where we could maybe, you know, we could maybe make these things on stream and make money at the same time, which would be a dream come true. It means I could be streaming a lot more. So it's looking amazing. Thank you. I think, yeah, it's different from any Fortnite map I think people will have ever seen in terms of its aesthetic, in terms of its gameplay. It's going to be, yeah, it's going to be a whole different experience for people. I think, yeah, I'm really keen to get people in and playing. I can't wait for that. It's going to be really good. All right, where do we get to? We got to Graveyard. We've got Carnival has its arena hub. this castle, oh, hold on, those can get ignored. The farm can get its arena hub. This is a BP, a blueprint, not a static mesh. That's a farm. Is this the kind of thing you'd play, Penny? Is it? Have you ever played any Fortnite maps before? I know for a while Fast got like quite popular playing Fortnite. She had a lot of growth in her channel while she did that. It's not a game I play a huge amount of. It is a game I enjoy playing though. So we've got our arena door for farm. I think we also have graveyard. There's our arena door device for the graveyard. So let's expand that. Copy it, paste it. This goes into fields. Graveyard becomes fields. I need to go and play a bunch more custom maps just to get a sense of like what happens in, you know, what's possible. I think it's nice to just like come into it with a blank slate, an open mind, be like, what can I actually create? And then, you know, go see what that turns out to. But at the same time, you know, there's a lot I can learn in terms of getting inspiration from other games, I'm sure. I just have to go do that. Okay. This is fields. Graveyard also probably, okay, hold on. That door is correct. This is going to be, so we're now in, are we in fields? Yes. The fields door as well came with it. That's excellent. Now this mini game needs an arena door, and it's going to be, Verse device. That. Okay, hold on. Did that work? Arena door is the device. Use selected active from level. Is there some way to like lock my, oh yeah, what if I do that? There we go. Yes, cool. That's going to be handy. I'm learning more about the engine, guys. Hold on. We weren't done here. This mesh needs to go to fields exit. Why are there two exits? I've never played Fortnite, but I don't think yeah, it's the demographic made for you. No, fair enough. At the same time, it's like, I just like shooters. I like good shooters, and it's well made. So it is fun. It's definitely made for kids, though, like a younger demographic, which is a big gaming demographic, to be fair. So here's the teleporter device. The exit, minigame fields exit. Device mutator. I mean, that's suspicious that there are two of them, but I guess we just delete that. Yeah, probably that. Exit has the mutator under it, so yeah, that's fine. Can we spend 20 minutes talking about how cute this jacket is? DLC kind of going to Mexican outfit. Look, I came straight back from the what do you call it, the bathhouse, and sat down. I was like, all right, I get it. It's not a Fortnite if I don't do a stream today. So I was like, okay, we have to do one. I thought I would keep it short. It's like 2 hours in now. I reckon it won't be too much longer. I'm gonna finish off the doors for all the islands, and then we'll see what I'm feeling like. I did, Goldie. You're talking about did you see the hats they wore? Yeah, right. Did you guys see that in one of the photos? I don't know if it ever made it, but there was a photo when we were all wearing hats at the Mexican place, and I did a tip of the hat specifically because you guys always use that emote, and we made that emote. I was like, you know what? If anybody happens to see this from the community, I'm gonna do a hat tip. So where is it? I'm gonna find it for y'all. Where are we? There. Hold on. Wait for it. It's... Oh God, did I lose it? There we are. Yeah, here we go, guys. Sly little... There's the emote. The emote that Goldie just used. The little, like, hat tip. It's, Hold on. Where is it? I've lost it. Damn you, Zoom. Damn. It's the... the little hat tip, guys. Tip of the hat to y'all. That one. Hold on. Yeah, that's it, Goldie. I was like, you know what? I bet people will see that. So, you're terrible at shooters. I haven't played anything like that since the original Halo, partly because the motion sickness and partly because you don't think shooting people would be a fun activity. Yeah, no, it's fair enough, Penny. I see your point with it. It's the fantasy of it, you know. It's like people don't actually enjoy being a part of sword fights either, but it's like it's exciting, you know. It's fantasy. Nobody would actually want to do it, but at the same time, I did this whole thing at uni about I wrote about Columbine and the inspiration that Doom apparently played on the people that went and, like, you know, Dylan Klebold and Eric Harris or whatever it is, and, like, you know, then it looked at the broader study of, because a lot of media attention, like negative media attention, went into computer games about like the influence of games and like the interplay of violence and computer game consumption. And it's a funny thing that happens. Like, what you would think that what would happen is if you play more violent games, you become more violent. If you watch more violent movies, you become more violent. And in reality, actually the opposite happens, right? Is because the people who would otherwise have no outlet for that type of feeling, they have an outlet for it. And so, you know, I can kind of see where you're coming from, Penny, where it's like, I would enjoy shooting people, so why should I play a game where I fantasize about shooting people? But it's not because people actually want to shoot people. It's because there's, like, you know, it's an exciting fantasy, if that makes any sense. And yeah, I'm horrified you didn't fling a corn chip across the room and decapitate the chef. The chef came out to the table and was one of, like, Dev's community, and actually, like, came and introduced himself and stuff, which is really cool. It was like, okay, like the chef knew everyone. That was pretty neat. Sebi the best. You saying to the, yeah, hold on. So that was my thing. We had hats. I thought it was important that I did so that's for you guys. Little tip of the hat with the, I disagree, Goldie, and I want to have a sword fight in PAX in a helicopter while skydiving. I watched Happy Gilmore 2 tonight and cried. Not even kidding. Damn. I mean, look, I don't think it's not a bad thing to, like, have a movie you to. One time I read a book on an airplane and it was so good. It was a short story. Did not expect it to be good. A friend of mine gave it to me. It was for Algernon. I think it was this book here. Flowers for Algernon. And man, it's a short enough book that you can read it in a plane trip. And it's literally a story about a mouse. But man, because there was no break in reading it, because it was just 5 hours of reading straight where you get invested in the characters and you get invested in the mouse. And it's like, I actually found myself in tears, embarrassed, apologizing to the lady next to me for crying with this complete stranger. It was, but the book, it was really, really moving, and a good story can be like that, guys. A good story can like really move you to, to feel something. And Happy Gilmore, like, I'm sure, you know, there's a nostalgic component to that, Nacho, but at the same time, yeah, it's like, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I think it's good to feel things. Life is, you know, you can only have the highs in life if you have the lows in life, and you need emotional capacity to experience life fully. So, you know, it's only a shame that that Dolly couldn't cry there with you. All the people at the end had died, and it was a sad. Yeah, so that is sad. That is very sad. I mean, doesn't Happy's, like, somebody dies in that at least, like the guy that loses his hand. I forget exactly. It's been a long time since I watched that. I have to do it again. I have to watch it again. Real swords. Let's use like pool noodles or something instead of real swords, guys. Just saying, maybe. Just a suggestion here from the sidelines. Who am I kidding? I'll be in there swinging a pool noodle with you all. I wouldn't want to take out Nacho. No, exactly. What model airplane? Who knows? What's a fake sword? Nacho doesn't half-ass anything, does he? Does he, guys? This guy goes. It's like, no, he doesn't drop 5 or 10 subs, does he? It's 250 subs. It's like this man doesn't know half measures. I'll tuck you out every night for the rest of our lives, Goldie. You adorable thing. Yeah, isn't he? Stop. There was one scene at the end of the movie, and all the actors that had died from the first movie waving from heaven. Yeah. It's a little. Did that scene from Star Wars in episode 3, 4? Episode 4 get you, Nacho? Where like the ghosts of the, you know, they come back in like ethereal form to be like, well done, Luke, you did it. Yeah, right. Chubbs. Night Streamer, that's a good movie. Go enjoy that one. This is the one where they did it with one shot, right? Dunkirk? Am I confusing that with a different one? Or was that? I forget. Anyway, enjoy, man. I can't believe we're waking up. But I've never even seen Star Wars. Dude. I mean, this represents an opportunity, though. You get the chance to see Star Wars, like, in the right sequence. Actually, no. I don't know. Don't watch episode 1 or 2. Probably start with episode 3, 4, and then go watch, like, The Mandalorian and forget the rest. You'll be fine. Yep. Oh, I heard that Twitch implemented 2,000 gifted option. I can't see it. Maybe I'm not special enough. What do you mean? What do you mean, Goldie? 200. Your trouble, Goldie, is Nachos brings a real sword. What sword? What sword? Serious talk, guys. What sword are we talking about? We going like long sword, katana, short sword? What kind of we could have a like a Chinese straight sword. It could be a. I mean, you could have butterfly knives. You like what kind of swords are we talking about here? Let's get specific. Let's get specific about this. Rapiers. What about like halberds? Not halberds. Halberds are on sticks, aren't they? They're like a sword. They're like a butterfly knife on a stick. What about okay, two-handed claymore swords? There's a good option. There's a good option. Could do like maybe I'm not legit baiting. I think it's a real thing Twitch is doing. No. Good. Don't be baiting, Goldie. We don't. Roman short swords. So what are they called? They're called a gladius. Gladiuses, I think they're called. A Roman short sword. Is that the name of it? Let me look it up. Where are we? Gladius. Yeah, Roman short sword, a gladius. See, we know our swords here, guys. Is this what we're fighting with? Because this, if you're going to use this, you also have to have a tower shield. That's how they fought. Tower shields and gladiuses. Like, they had the spear, and then they would get rid of the, like... They had the tower shield, and they'd have the... What's it called? They'd have the shield, and then, like, when that got discarded, they'd pull out the gladius and go for it. The, one of these little speary things. At least the centurions fought that way. With the... Well, that's a bad rendition of it, but anyway. Okay, hold on. Okay. It's not an option for me. So GG, I guess. Dual wield Kuri knives is probably what I would go with from Alice. Like Alice from Resident Evil. RE, Resident Evil? Yeah. Yep. I would see, for some reason, I can't see Nacho with anything but his Zweihander. Like the, you know, the German, hold on, we're going back to, let's see. Going back to, this, yeah. How do you spell Zweihander? No, not even close. But Google got it. See that right there? That's a Nacho sword. A sword that you can use like a spear because it's so freaking big. We no half measures. Either that or something like the Buster sword. Not even Bastard sword, which is another one. Like go up to like level it up even further. That kind of that's very, yeah. That's what we're rocking. I can see that happening. Sorted. Goldie has a Roman gladius. Nacho has a Scottish claymore. Battle at noon in front of the Crown Casino. Oh man. Like, low key, I don't want you two to fight. You should please play nice. But if you do decide to have a battle to the death, like, I'll bring my popcorn. But actually, don't. I don't like that. No fighting. Be friends. Be friends. Okay. So let's see where we're at. Yeah, let's keep going because I do want to actually finish these off. So we've got the graveyard, we've got the door. Did this all get configured? Yes. Did the mini game use it? Yes. I think we're actually ready to move on to the next one, guys. This isn't as painful as I thought it was going to be. So fields. This goes blueprint. And then fields. And then let's select it again. This gets moved. So we're going to move it to fields. Excellent. One more time. We'll go there. Then we have our Verse Arena Door Device fields. We can copy the location of this. Copy. And then here we can paste that. We'll paste. We also want the rotation. Copy this rotation. That gets fields gets, or was it here? That gets the rotation. 180 degrees off of that. And then we're going for close enough. No, we need smaller rotational increments. 5 degrees is not enough. Why is it still snapping rotational increments? There we go. A little bit back. There we go. Nice. Okay, from here, verse, device. This one. Is that actually all set up? No, we've still got something missing for sure. How can this already be set up? Have we duplicated the door now? No, did we do that already? Wow, I'm tripping out, guys. I don't remember connecting this. Minigame activator. How did that get connected? Did I already do that? Man, I'm moving faster than I realized I was. That's strange. I have no memory of this place. No, we need both of those. This and that. Copy that. Go here, paste it. That goes there. Fields becomes market. Market. Fields becomes market. 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 No, and they're like a market, but with more. Okay, that's connected. Guess we did connect this at the start of the process. I have an instinct to do it now. We should be able to lock this. Select that. Apply like that. Oh, I love this lock button. Yes. That makes things so much faster. Where are we? Market? God, guys, did that actually just happen? Is that already connected up? Is that so freaking fast? If I can do it that quickly, I'm gonna be very happy about it. Okay. Next is China shop. Collapse all these. China shop. Go to the exit. Okay. Market. Both of these get connected, copied. All right, where are we at? Okay. Cavalry saber would be an option, or tomahawk. Tomahawk's not a sword. A respectable weapon and like camping tool, by the way, but not technically a sword. We can open up to axes though. I mean, we're having a duel to the death. That, you know, breaks, I don't know, man, how many laws. Why would we put additional constraints on such an unconstrained action? They must be slowly rolling it out. What are you referring to there, Goldie? Okay. What's on the popcorn? Psych, I actually didn't put anything on the popcorn. It's a healthy popcorn this time. It's just popcorn, nothing else. They have foam swords. You're no fun. Look, you can make the foam swords in whatever shape you want though, right? I'm pretty sure that they have like, what are they called? Oh, like mock battles where people like do medieval recreations using a whole bunch of foam weapons, and like, you know, it's actually quite skillful. I think it'd be so fun to participate in. Wow, it literally just rolled out, huh? Ali is talking about... Right. It's me every day. I don't remember doing this. The joys of a fractured skull and broken jaw. Like, yeah, I just did it on autopilot and then like suddenly it was there for me, which is great. It was so handy. Tomahawk and knife together like you saw once in Western Online. LARPing, that's right. Night Screaming, that's what it's called. I'd actually low-key be into that. Like, with my martial arts background, there was this fun event we went to one time in Brisbane. It was like a martial arts expo, and like LARPing people went there and demoed the thing as a thing that people would be into doing. And so me and some of my friends from the like students and other teachers from the martial arts school that I was with were like, you know, all the rest of the schools were like, we're too cool to play with foam weapons, and we're like, dude, we've been training with foam weapons for years and we haven't really had a good chance to hit one another with it. This would be so fun. So we did, and we put the helmets on, and we got the weapons, and I got like a staff, which is what we train with a lot. And then you go participate in these like fight scenarios where there's a bunch of LARPers and then like a group of trained martial artists. And it was just like complete I don't know if it was like the physical aspect of it, that we were so like in good shape and had been training really hard and were like fearless from the fact that we'd been like beating each other up with like, you know, during our martial arts training. But it was like, it was a massacre. There were points of time where we'd be like, me and Nathan, one other guy, would go up against like 6 other people, and we would just completely wreck them. And it was so fun. It was so freaking fun. I never actually went back to do that. I did do archery tag, which is where you put like foam arrowheads on your bows, and then like really low pound bows. And that was so fun because I just like spent a long time doing archery as a kid. So I actually am a pretty good shot with a bow, and that was incredibly fun as well. I don't know of any of that stuff around here in Melbourne though. That's all stuff up in Brisbane. Would be fun to try those kind of things. Though I don't know, on one hand, I feel like maybe I'm getting a bit old to do those things. But on the other hand, it's like growing old is mandatory, but growing up is a completely optional thing. I think I'd be pretty into that. Would be pretty fun. Come hither, so I may brain thee. Indeed, psych. A little bit like that. Yeah, okay, so here we are. One more. We're up to the China shop. We're getting fairly far through this, actually. I'm pretty happy with that progress. So we're at the exit. Here's the arena hub. This is a blueprint, and this one is the China shop. Let's get that H right. BP _ arena hub China shop. That can get moved to mini games BP _ sorry, not BP _ just there. Select it again to get up to this. Then we have market. We'll copy these. The door device, I believe I don't see any door devices yet, so we'll paste that. That can go in here. Rename them. China shop. I don't know why, but it always makes me uncomfortable. It was supposed to be like filled with fine china, but there's something weird about calling it a China shop. Every time I type it, I feel a little like, what? Okay. Mini game. Set it to value. Arena door. Lock it here. Select the device. Set the device. Select actor from viewpoint. Yeah. Hold on. Use selected actor. So here it is. All right, set. Cool. Is that it? I feel like so many. No, we definitely need to like rotate this and stuff, right? So let's go have a look at that location. Cable Guy is like medieval times. You mean the movie Cable Guy Psych? I haven't actually. That's the Jim Carrey one, right? I actually, for some reason, haven't seen it. Seems like a movie I should see. I should know that one, but for some reason I don't. Paste that. Did I just copy that right? Copy it. This is the device. Paste it. Where is it? What? Is this locked? Maybe it's something to do with that. Yeah, I was just pasting that. Copying and pasting to the same place, which was silly. Don't want that. Paste it. Copy this. Copy that rotation. Paste this rotation. Now this should be in the right spot, but it's not. Why is it? Arena door device. Hold on. Was I copy this? Paste that. Good. Same with rotation. Copy this. Paste that. All right. 180 degrees again, every time for some reason. No, not that one. Undo that rotation. It should be this one. There we go. A little less. All right, cool. All right, cool. I think this is done. This is all linked up. Its location's correct. Let's save. On with the show. Cable Guy is disturbing? In a somewhat comedic way. Disturbing how, Penny? In that, like, Ace Ventura Pet Detective disturbing way, or something different? Okay, copy these. Temple. I mean, let's do the other stuff first. We've got the targets. Let's go to the... Well, why are there two entrances for Temple? There's one. They're both in the same spot. Don't like it. Delete that. Make sure that's still connected. Yep, cool. Entrance. Let's go to the exit. This can move to Temple. Select it again, find it in the hierarchy, call it the right thing. Temple, make sure we know it's a blueprint. Okay. PB, no, BP. The really unfortunate thing about like constructing all of this is if I had access to code that ran in the editor, I would be able to just like, or even if I could abstractly reference these things and didn't need to use them inside of our code base, it would be so much easier, like way easier to set this stuff up so that we could like, you know, just code. Instead of having to move these doors around and place them and link them, we can just write code that looks for it by name, or that, you know, if it supported prefab objects, like prefabricated things, I would be able to connect them all up together once and then add it to one, and it would add to all of them. It's really painful to do it like this compared to working in other engines that have better support. Or even just like Unreal Engine with better support. Okay, it's a black comedy themed around obsession and rejection. All right, that is, yeah, I can see how that might get disturbing. But if it's done in a Jim Carrey way, then at the same time, like, it would still be worth a watch, I would think. If he does it with his usual sense of humor. It's amazing how like the brand of a particular actor can really permeate a movie. I feel like movies, like every Jim Carrey movie, except for that one with the Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind, with that being the rare exception to that rule. It's a whole thing, isn't it? To like, I think, yeah, that's actually a great example of an exception to the rule. Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind is an exception to that rule. But in general, like, you know, you get an actor like that, and it's like the whole movie shapes itself around their performance. It's a departure from his humor. Really? Okay, I gotta watch Cable Guy, I think. I gotta watch Cable Guy. Oh. An eccentric cable installer who becomes overly intrusive in the life of a customer. Okay. Yeah, worth a watch then. It sounds disturbing though. I can see that, like, you know, probably Jim Carrey could play a villain pretty well if he were in the right, you know, setting. he can be like so much. Like he overacts in a way that nobody else, I think, really pulls off quite as well, or quite the same, I should say. Where is this? There's the temple. Paste that. Hold on. So here's the temple arena. That's definitely this thing. The exit, the door here should have the same. Oh, I'm doing it again. That's annoying. Here. So, copy this. Need to select that, or it won't change selection. Then it pastes. And this time it oriented correctly. Interestingly, I don't need to copy the rotation because I see it's right, but I feel the desire to do so anyway. Resist. It's right. Leave it. Okay, that's all connected. I think the next one might be Volcano, and then we're really close to being done with this implementation of this new feature. Then we can just fiddle a little bit with its the timing of it to make sure that that works and looks right. But okay, these two copy in the Volcano. Well, let's first go to the exit. Copy this, so that moves into the appropriate folder. Volcano. Nope, that was wrong. Okay, move to Volcano, and we still have bar to go. Jim Carrey was also in The Number 23, which isn't a comedy either. I haven't seen that either. I did really like Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind. That was a really good film. I think he did a great job of acting in that. So I'd be open to seeing a different movie where he wasn't in a typical comedy role. 1 Hour Photo was outside of Robin Williams' normal wheelhouse, also a little disturbing. Yeah, I feel like a lot of actors are quite troubled. Like, acting forces you to embody a completely different psychology, you know? And for 1 Hour Photo, that's like, I haven't seen that either, but I think you can see that really affected, a lot of actors are very deeply affected by the roles they play, and maybe a movie like that will help me see an actor like Robin Williams in a different light. Because if you look at, like, what was it, Patch Adams or something like that, it's like, I think of him as like Mrs. Doubtfire or Patch Adams or Jumanji. Those are the ways that I see Robin Williams, but I'm sure he's a more complicated and nuanced person than that. I also think Adam Sandler's best movie is Reign Over Me, which is a drama about loss. Yeah, I haven't seen that either. God, guys, you're building up my list of movies to watch. 1 Hour Photo is also great about obsession and rejection. Have not seen any of these. What's wrong with me? I think I've seen a lot of movies. I think I've done pretty well in terms of like watching films. I need to do better there. But yeah, there's a lot here. You know what I can do, guys? I can ask my AI to construct me a movie list based on the chat history here, and be like, hey, what movies would you recommend? Make me a movie list based on this. You're fighting with VFX and spawning custom props and editing the meshes on them. What am I doing? I'm doing something very, very similar, Sam. I'm implementing an open and close door system, and we're pretty far through it. We're getting to the point where we are up to volcanoes, so we're at like 8 of 10. And then we're putting a door here so that when we start our mini games, we start in a closed room, and then the door opens and you play. So yeah, we're making good progress with it. So that's a blueprint. It's a volcano arena hub, and then we'll copy these. We'll paste them there. We'll move them in here. This will be volcano. That will be volcano as well. Now our mini game device has a new arena door device. We will lock this so that when we select our, where is it? We'll select our Verse device. We can set it here. Unlock this because that's caught us out a few times. Now we can copy the transforms across from this object to this object. Paste that. Copy the, oh, we don't need to copy the rotations. Facing the same way, looks like it's perfectly rotated already. Excellent. So that seems connected. All right, we're good. Volcano done. We can move on to bar. So first things first, let's go to the bar's exit. Here we go. It's one of those underground levels. We will select this. That can move into the right folder. So move it to the bar. We can then change its name. Blueprint, Arena Hub, bar. All right. Yeah, so that's kind of what we're doing right now, Sam. We're getting this all set up and connected. It's progressing really, really quickly. I think probably the doors might be done by the end of the stream, which is new. It's not going to be too far away. It's not going to be too long. All right, where are we at? So this is Volcano 2. That becomes Arena Hub. No, what am I saying? Not Arena Hub. This is bar. Bar. Hey, Icy, welcome back. Man, all you guys, I love that you guys are coming back to the stream. It means you must have really enjoyed when we were streaming last. That's awesome. It's going really good, Icy. It's going really good. I'm starting to get the hang of things, I feel like. It's, you know, there's some nuances to getting this engine going, but at the same time, I'm really starting to lock in and get things right. I think when I hit a rhythm, it's, yeah, it's a good thing. So that there, that goes here. Lots of different little, like, nuances to getting the, like, working in this engine, but I feel like I'm getting them right. Starting to get into the groove of it. But at the same time, it is also like kind of frustrating because the things you know how you would do really quickly in other engines, a lot of them simply aren't even possible here. So that's there. This is another rotational situation where, okay, there's 0 rotations. Okay, hold up. This door is gonna need 180 degrees, I would say. $180. That'll do. Close enough. Totems is last. This is all connected. Yes, totems is last. And then we're off. The last Robin Williams movie was The Angriest Man in Brooklyn. Was also a, like a why? You didn't like it? I'm not really looking at Twitch just check here. Oh, dude, thanks. How your map is going forward and maybe learning someone. Dude, I see you've taught me so much more than I've learned, I think. You've come in here and like, yeah, I don't know if you learned anything from watching me. I definitely learned from you. You've been a huge help. So thanks again, man. And you don't have to go anywhere tomorrow, so you can go as long as you like. I mean, I do actually, I've got the gym in the morning and then I want to play games with Castell if she's around. That should be fun. So I am going to stream. I am going to stream a bit tomorrow, but I'm also going to be doing that. You can able, yeah, no, I did have it on, but it was actually causing, some friction. The snap rotation. We changed it from, oh, hold on, what was it? This one, that one. Yeah, we had it at 5, but for some reason, like some of these arena cages were rotated at really like awkward degrees, and so we turn it off, and that has helped us move a little bit more quickly. But usually I should have it on. You're absolutely right. So next thing, let's repeat that process. What is this? Blueprint arcade machine totem. Oh, okay. Of course this one's different because this is the one with the arcade machine. The actual like model for the arcade machine. That's fine. That doesn't affect us much. We still want the exit. From here we're going to this will get moved into the move to totem. Okay. And then we'll select this again. So this becomes totem. This is our blueprint. That can get collapsed. Important question. Did you check that your map is not above 100,000 of space? It's killing a lot of big maps. You mean this? There's project size here. I think we're fine. We're absolutely fine. Like the art assets for this, they're all optimized for VR, which is like basically a mobile device. So all the models are like mobile game models. You never trust these. You can calculate memory in game. If you need this for publishing, then yeah, cool. I wouldn't trust them, but we're so far away from the limits right now. I think we should be safe. We should be absolutely safe right now. But I'll keep an eye on it. I'll definitely keep an eye on this number. If that gets to like 50 or 60%, then I'm going to start to like think twice about whether whether we're in trouble with it. But thank you for the heads up, by the way, Icy. Your Star Wars map had a lot of static meshes from Sketchfab, but only the building was around 70,000 without any props. Dude, yeah, that's a lot of geometry, man. Would you, static meshes, yeah, look, all of our meshes are like, look at it. It's actually little, like very low poly. It's all optimized to be low poly. We built them all by hand, Icy, and so like there's nothing from Sketchfab. Everything we've made ourselves. So it's and they're all made in quite an optimized way. So I'm not really concerned about that. In fact, we're so far from it. We really are a long way from hitting those limits. So where's the arena door? Let's copy this. We'll expand this out so we copy both. We'll paste it. We'll move it here. And then this becomes totem. This becomes totem as well. This verse device, we will lock that, select this. Arena door becomes a arena door. We select that there, unlock this. We copy the transform from this. We paste that over this static mesh component to align it. We rotate this 180 and then it's lined up pretty nicely, and that should actually be it. So with that done, let's push our changes and give this a little test. That's awesome. I hope you don't want to publish and then your map is too big. Just a little reminder of that. No, I really appreciate that, Icy. You're so focused on the custom currency right now. I can't get it the way I want, and because the map doesn't get any progress, I still need to make my widgets and designs for trackers. Like, Icy, are you in a you think you'll still need help with this in another, what? Another like 5 days from now? I'm here to launch Based Plants Coin. Based Plants Coin. Dude, yeah. It's like I see, if you want actual help with it, look, I've got programmers who are really good at this stuff. If you wanted help from one of them, we could hook up a call where they could just like, hold on. We can probably do one of these. We can probably do like a little insight report for you. Potentially even just like, this will be, I mean, we can look at what you've done so far and try and like look at how it, how it's currently built and try and give you some ideas about how you could do it better, and just like give you some advice. And we'll probably, that consultation is usually like a free consultation that's no cost to you. If you then want to like go away and actually go and help, we can help you do it. If you actually need help with it, this is the kind of thing that we can help with as well. But yeah, I mean, if you need it like now, we can hook that up like on a Discord call. But if you don't mind waiting 5 days, that's something I might be able to do, helping you. Programming as a language, you need years for, I think. Like, no, you don't necessarily, Icy. You kind of just like, I mean, how much to buy in? All of it. And you'll own all of it. And so and that'll be your problem as well, right? Is that how this works, Nacho? It's just like, give us everything and you'll get all of the currency, and then it'll be your problem to convince somebody else of its value. That's the thing about currency. It's like, it's only worth as much as somebody is willing to pay for it, right? I mean, do a pump and dunk, Nacho. Do it. You can. You won't. It's I can't believe, like, did you guys hear about like the Trump coin? And there was like that Huck Tua coin, where people are like, oh, I put my whole life savings into it, and then like they rug pulled it and the thing collapsed. And it's like, no, they, like, what, you were trying to do this too. You're just annoyed you didn't get out on time. You just annoyed you didn't get out when it was high. You didn't actually think that like that Huck Tua coin was going to be a viable long-term investment strategy. I can't. On the other hand, I know a person who founded a cryptocurrency and got really rich off it. And it's like, wow, that's so interesting, that you could actually do that as a viable way to become super wealthy. It's you guys actually, look at this project. This project was so freaking interesting. This is maybe the most interesting case study that we did. Where is it? Earth 2. This project here, we built the back end for this platform, which was like very interesting. The guy came to us with the concept of like, so he said this, right? He's like, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the world and we're going to divide it up into 10 by 10 square grids. And then we're going to let people buy them. People are going to buy a square. And it's like, what do you mean? Like, they'll actually own it? And he's like, no, they'll own it in the metaverse. They're not going to actually own the land. And then we'll make a digital double of planet Earth. And then we're going to like make a metaverse. And so, for years, this game, like the game's still not out there, but the number of people who were like ready to just be like, oh, you mint a token and I'll like, and this thing has not been successful as a game, which is what I wanted it to be. I was really enthusiastic for this to be a game one day, but it's what it has turned into is like a trading platform almost for here. So you can go buy land. And so what we did was we helped this project scale, and it's like ridiculous how much money people threw into this. I've never seen so much money go into a project in so little time. Like, yeah, I made this cookie pop up. Literally, I literally built this thing down the bottom here. We implemented so there's even though they've upgraded a lot of stuff, like a lot of the things that we helped build and scale are still in use in this project. Like I think the first version of the leaderboard, this was like, I made this stuff as well. There's like so much of this that it was a very, very, very cool project is my point. But like they minted tokens essentially where you can go scroll and be like, oh, here's an interesting place. I wonder who owns it. And then you'd be like, all right, I want to buy like here, some person bought this random stuff, and you can see how much they paid for it. It will have like, you can click buy now And like, there you go. Hold on. It's, this is literally like 10 euro to buy that. Like, this guy bought it for 10 euro. And its property value can go up and down. You can buy it and sell it. It was like, this project was a really, really, really fun and interesting project. And it taught me, like, you know, you can joke, Nacho, about minting your own new like crypto coin, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, it's not as far-fetched as you would think to build a thing like this. Having seen it from the inside, not as far-fetched as you would think. Okay, so hold on. I've got a lot to catch up on. The only thing I can program is HTML. Yeah, I mean, HTML, I wouldn't even say is a programming language, Icy. Literally, HTML translates to hypertext markup language. So it's a markup language, a way to describe the structure of something. It doesn't have any logic. You need to introduce things like JavaScript for it to actually be something I would consider a programming language. So, yeah, programming. Look, I see programming is a bit like chess, right? We can sit together and I can show you the basic moves of chess really quickly, but it takes a lifetime to become a chess master. But you can play a game of chess fairly quickly. And I would say programming is like that too. If you stuck like 1 or 2 weeks into learning Verse, you'd probably get good enough to do most of what you want for this currency system. In fact, trying to implement this currency system might be the thing that teaches you to program. Just like, keep going. Don't shy away from the difficulty of it, and you'll get somewhere pretty quickly, man. What are the projected profits? I may be interested. I hope this isn't a rug pull. That's the thing, Goldie. All of the currencies can be a rug pull if the right circumstances come along. You just have to be the one to like jump before the rug gets pulled, and you'll be fine. That's the way it goes. If you are very good at Verse, you can create so much Fortnite games like Pillars or... Yeah. Like, I see that's what I'm looking forward to doing. I'm trying to make be really good at Verse. That's my plan. Because me and the programmers that I employ are exceptional. We're like world class, some of the best out there. And I don't think that much Fortnite content is being created with that really like high quality development approach. It's, yeah. Remember when the NFTs were a thing? Yeah, I mean, people don't seem to understand how simple the concept of NFTs are. It's just anything like globally unique. It's a system of attribution. It's just a non-fungible token, and it's not that hard to do. Can we stop and have a conversation about how much Seb loves popcorn? Look, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, Notcha. I was looking back at some previous streams and I saw myself just munching on popcorn. It was the Fast Feed takeover, and I was just having fun eating popcorn. I'm like, that's gross. This isn't a good look. I shouldn't be doing that. I should do that less on stream. But then here I am, eating popcorn again. It is unhinged. I need to do less of it, but it's the only snack I've put in the house because it's affordable. It's really healthy for you. It takes no time at all to make. What's not to love about it? What's not to love about popcorn? I remember this. Do you remember? Are you referring to Earth 2, Penny? Because that's me. That's me. I was one of the people that made that a thing. I learned so much about cloud infrastructure and scaling things from that project. It's a massive, massive learning thing. And I was so lucky to be on the ground floor of building it. You know, I have like a lot that I could say about it, but I think I would really I'd focus on the positive things from that project. There was so much good stuff that happened from it. Okay, what's apes, I see? I nearly bought that shit, not even joking. Yeah, look, Earth 2 was wild, man. Earth 2 is wild. That's like, I think I'm still technically on the board of advisors for that. I never I don't even know what, I was the tech advisor for that project, and it's like, I can't talk too much about it, but it was a really, really interesting project. It was such a cool project. Every day I'm munching on it, yeah. Can you check Wolfsburg if anyone bought there? Like, you can go check yourself, Icy. Go have a look. I decided I recused myself from buying anything on the project because as a person on the inside, I didn't want there to be a conflict. I didn't want to like, get really rich from something where I had like insider information and things like that. And in hindsight, like everybody that did all got like really rich, and I don't know why I had such strict morals about it, but like one of my best friends, he had a bunch of really interesting purchases. He bought the White House, he bought the top of Mount Everest, he bought the bottom of the Marianas Trench, he bought a whole bunch of really weird places, and then he ended up selling them for heaps and heaps of money just because they were really strange. He bought Apple, he bought like the Apple headquarters, he bought a whole bunch of things. Let's have a private word with him. You mean a private word about over popcorn consumption, Nacho, or an intervention? Church, you mean cult, right, Nacho? That's it reminds you a lot of the MMO Second Life. I mean, where are they at now, Penny? Is any of the actual game stuff implemented? Because that's what we were supposed to be doing. We were supposed to be implementing a lot of the game stuff, but we ended up doing like servers and migration and moving the algorithms that dispense the currency and all that stuff. It's I've heard about this, Seb. He can show you the basic moves, but it takes years to know the veteran moves. Hips don't lie. Yeah, no, it's like that. It's like that with programming. A recreation of the city of Amsterdam in Second Life sold for $50,000. Yeah, Earth 2 was pretty sick. It was really cool. In uni, I actually made some Earth 2 content. Sorry, some Second Life content. As part of like one of my lecturers, he had somebody who needed a bunch of stuff made, and so he was really smart. He got a bunch of students from the games degree, and he was like, "I got a gig here. Do you all want to make something?" And we were like, yeah, we want to get paid to make games. And we ended up like doing it. And I can't imagine what the markup on our services would have been. Like he was probably very clever having access to very affordable development resources of students who were just enthusiastic to jump in and make stuff. Yeah, that was a really fun thing working on Second 2. At that time, I was just doing 3D models, but they wanted me to do it with primitives. And I was like, no, you should use this system with meshes. And then I helped them like integrate this 3D model importing thing that took OBJ files instead of primitives. And it was way better because of it. And then I got to go and like model proper 3D things instead of faffing about trying to make cubes and spheres and like other things fit together into stuff that looked good. I just said something incredible. Getting rich is different to being wealthy. Yeah, absolutely. Morals and ethics are everything. I couldn't agree more, Nacho. I really couldn't agree more. You'll be a successful, wealthy man, but you'll achieve it as a gentleman. Thanks, man. Thanks. Just like people you're surrounded by that love you. Yeah, you're right, man. There have been lots of opportunities in life where I like could have got ahead, but I wouldn't want to sell my soul, if that makes sense. There are many instances where it's better to do the right thing than to do the thing that there's more to life than money. There's a lot more to life than money. That's for sure. Yeah, I am hearing you, Nacho. It does sink in. Especially like I'm loving being around Fass. She makes my life a lot better just being around her. And, I'm starting to make friends and do things that I love here. And that's worth, I can't put a price on that. I really can't put a price on that. For the longest time, I was motivated by making a successful game studio and making a successful software development studio. And I compromised on a lot of things in order to, make that vision happen. And there was a point at which, I started my company with my best friend, right? And, it was incredibly motivating to have him there with me. And every time I would think it was hard, I would be like, look, he put his life savings, he put a lot of money into it. I put a lot of money into it. Every time there would be any doubt about it, I'd be like, look, we're in this thing together and I don't want to let him down. And that was incredibly motivating. And when he stepped back from the company, it became difficult. I had less purpose there because I wasn't doing it with people like someone who loved me. And I still have a lot of love for that friend. He's still my best friend. Even though I don't speak to him as much after having run the business as I did before it. But the thing that gave me that purpose and what probably why it became so hard is because it went from doing something for someone I cared about to create something great together. And it became like doing something to make something survive. And it still very much motivates me to do something, like to make the thing that we started together succeed and to make his investment worth it. But the actual act of doing it now, things like hanging out here and creating things, like more and more I miss actually building things, which is what I ended up having to stop building things and work on the company so that it would survive, because he used to do so much of like keeping the company running and gave me the space to be creative. And like you kind of like, yeah, I totally miss that now. Like I missed that for a long time, and I'm not missing that now, because now I'm being creative and I have somebody I care a lot about, Fastfee, back in my life. So like I do hear you, dude, and it has sunk in. And I think like that what you're saying there is like, it's real wisdom. And I'm getting to the point where like I wish I'd done it sooner. I wish I'd come here sooner. I wish I'd managed to pull the company out of its position and get it working really well sooner. You know, all of that, there's good lessons there. And, you know, like mistakes I won't repeat for sure. Psych, you consumed a bucket of popcorn while at Campu watching Barcelona beat Celtic. You don't need to look at popcorn to eat it. That's true. You just like, you look forward, you shove it in your mouth, and it's delicious, and I can keep yapping between bites, though I really need to get better at it. I need to get better at not like shoving my mouth full of popcorn on stream every time, even though it's like, I don't know, I can't not. What do you think, guys? Quick poll. Should I eat popcorn on stream or not? Should Seb eat popcorn on stream? Eat on stream. A, yes. B, ew, no, gross. 3 minutes. Tell me what you want, guys. Should I eat or not? Because I'll just eat some popcorn while you guys decide. Sly, you used to work in finance and private equity 18 years ago, and growing a conscience was the worst financial decision I ever made. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not unhappy about whenever I've like chosen the high road instead of something that would have made me wealthier. It's always like, I don't think I've ever regretted that kind of decision. Not in a, I mean, actually no. Like, I think you need a stable foundation on which to build. You know, if you're worried about like, you know, if you're worried about whether you'll be able to provide for your future, if all of that stuff is in doubt, that's when, let me put it this way, when everything's succeeding, when you're succeeding, everything is easy. If you're at the point where things aren't going well and you don't have a safety net, everything becomes 10 times harder. So there's a certain amount of stability that you need to have, and like, moral decisions, the moral high ground is a convenience that some people can't afford. And I think you need to put like, you know, you need to put it like things in context like that. But I think I will always try and do the right thing wherever possible. I think the best way to judge it is to say like, if everybody did this, would it be okay? And like, you know, it's anyway. Beanie BBX, hello, how are you? Good to see you. How have you been? Good to have you back in the stream. The opportunity is on Monday. Okay. What opportunity are you referring to here, Nacho? Do we need to talk ahead of Monday? Is that what you're saying, or is that a different thing? How are you, Beanie? It's been a while since I've seen you in the stream, and we didn't talk a whole bunch when you were in here last. How's life? How's things? What brings you by? Okay, hold on. Hold on. My motivations at the moment, even though the dork Beanie is here now, is that I've taken the whole new job to change the lives of people. Nervous as fuck, but I'll do it. I'm tough. Yeah, dude. I mean, I think you're in a position to change a lot of lives in a positive way. I mean, you do it already, but you could probably scale that out way, way bigger than, you know, you would otherwise realize. I'm up to change the lives of 12 people or more with this plan. Okay. Hell yes. That could be great. I mean, it sounds. I'm looking forward to hearing about like more of this, man. My motivation is food. I'm like a puppy. Food motivated. I see. Okay, everyone thinks I should, even though it's gross. Did anyone say no? All right, sweet. In that case, here we go. Excellent, guys. I see. Thank you for swinging by. I realized you wrote that message to say goodbye a while ago. Good luck and have fun. Like, yeah, we're going to make progress on it. I should lock in and do a little bit more work, but I do want to catch up on the messages. Chat's been hella active. Beanie is not I feel like there's a relationship here between Nacho and Beanie that I don't understand. Can you enable channel points? Is that a thing that I have not enabled? Goldie, maybe you can help me with it. Maybe that's not a serious question. If it is, like, let me know and I'll do whatever I need to. Just not so close to the mic. Thank you, Penny. It's yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you. It's kind of gross to hear somebody chewing. Have I considered switching to? Is pasta with a T? Yeah, I want you to shovel 4 kilograms of non-vegan nachos into your head on stream. Yeah, well, look, there's those YouTube videos of the guys that just like make ridiculously large portions of food and then eat them together. That could be fun. Or raw meat with onions. Gross, Icy. I'm not eating that. I hope you're still around to see me say goodbye if you're heading off, Icy. I'm regretting some decisions right now because I'm in a hole, but I'm sure once I'm on the other side, I'll look back and laugh. Yeah, look, Sly, like, I think everybody who, a lot of the successful people in the world have gone through hardship in order to get there, and you kind of need that. You need to go through hard things in order to be successful, and in order to be like, you know, like pressure makes diamonds. I think sometimes the obstacle is the way, and if you're going through hard stuff now, it's probably only going to make you stronger, and you'll be able to look back at it and not only laugh, but be a better person because of it, dude. Hey, Simtex, how you doing? Welcome to the chat, man. Oh, I'm so sorry I'm taking a long time to catch up on chat. I think I need to build a system into the chat here that lets me, like, I'll click on the messages. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I'll click on the messages that I'm responding to, and this will scroll to the position of the message. And that way you guys can see, like, you know, where I'm at and how behind I am and stuff like that. And you'll also have a good sense of what's happening. Because right now, like the last message you guys have sent, I'm way behind. I got to catch up. The reason Seb and I get along is understanding the fundamental rule. Always protect, uplift, and love and respect the people around you. Yeah, I think if more people followed rules like that, the world would be a way better place. Goldie unhinges jaw. Are you talking about unhinging jaw for nachos? Hold on. What's this? Chomper. What's that? Semtex. Nom, 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 nom. Yeah, fair. That is exactly what I was doing. That is exactly what I was doing. I give more than I make. Yeah, I always... I lived by the philosophy for a long time, Nacho. And this would be a great tool. I really just need to build this so you guys can see what I'm responding to as I respond to it. I give more than I take. I always, but it's an investment in karma. And that's how I kind of figure it. Yeah. I always wanted to be somebody that like did more for others than I gave more than I received. I think that's a really important thing to try and do in life. It can like, I have found, unfortunately, Nacho, though, that what tends to happen when you have that philosophy is you do get taken advantage of. There are people who will see that you are generous with your you know, with your like with your money, with your attention, with your goodwill, and they will. Unfortunately, I've been burned by doing that, and I think my philosophy now means I'm a little bit more guarded with the people who I choose to give of myself to. And like, I think you need to be like that. And I see how generous you are as well, Nacho. And I think it's important to kind of be like, I think you need caution with that, because you can, you know, I unfortunately, karma doesn't work the way that I wish that it would. I wish that if I did good things to people, that they would treat me well in return. And that isn't always true. That isn't always the case, unfortunately. So you can go through life doing good things, but I think you kind of, now I kind of do it without an expectation of somebody returning that, because it, you know, it can go wrong. And just because you're a good person doesn't mean others will be a good person. That's, yeah, that's the sad truth I've discovered in the last few years, especially. But anyway, I do need to make a 7TV account and add that emote. I need to add a lot of, I need to integrate 7TV into this so that we can handle emotes better. And also Twitch emotes. We really have to do that. Beanie BBX is one of your best friends. She's Mel's actual friend. Oh yeah, did we raid her? No, that was a different, maybe it was. We just brought her on board as the community manager for Lontel to deal with the Twitch people. Nice. Okay, very cool. Very cool. Well, it's really nice to meet you, Beanie. That's awesome. She's also talented, and I don't have the words. That's really cool. I look forward to meeting you, Beanie. That's awesome. Raw pasta is Kaz's thing? Why does that not surprise me? Why does that not surprise me? That gal is so active. No surprise. She needs the carbs. She needs the carbs for all the soccer she plays. When we can chat to Faz, Bean will be front and center for us. Okay, freaking out and shy, but she's so much more brilliant than she knows. That's awesome. That's awesome that you, yeah, like I know people like that. Those are great people to work with. Like people who have humility. I think that like freaking out and shyness is probably a sign of a person's humility, especially when they're brilliant. Your subathon is one giant nacho making stream. Guys, I gotta figure it out. I really have to figure out the subathon. It's like, it's, oh my God, how many days? It's less than a week away, guys. It's less than a week away. I really need to get onto it. I've taken advantage of all the time. It nearly, yeah, and I hear you, Nacho. I just lean into the good people more than I ever have. Yeah. No, I mean, I totally believe that, Nacho. I totally believe that. It's unfortunate the world can be like that, but yeah, you know, you live and you learn, dude. Are you guys still hosting a big get-together at PAX? Your kink is drone flying around cows. Not sure if you actually are really into that and you want to see, like, we're doing a live muster in October. If you are really interested in seeing that, we'll be doing that in Queensland later this year. If you really are into it, like, you can see some of the cool code that we've written and the cool systems we've made. There'll be some politicians and stuff, but I think, like, yeah, it'll be fun. Sometime before that, I'm considering doing a test where I dress up as a cow and run around the field and then see if we can get it to, like, to track me. And of course, not with not because that actually works. So I have like a sensor, but we'll test the algorithm that way, and it might make for some fun social media. But okay, the boss of all it is Beanie BBX, actually, Goldie. So that's really cool, Beanie. It's great for you to swing by. It sounds like you're taking on a lot of responsibilities that are going to be very important for the cool things that Nacho is cooking. Yeah, I know, Psych. 6 days, not far off. It's a weird kink. It is. Hear me out. Gluten-free, vegan, 10 by 10 meter nachos for the subathon. Oh, dude, I would love that. I would love that. Nachos are my favorite food. And I did a really good job of cooking them last time. Everybody was like, those are lit. These are exceptionally good nachos. So we'll see. Okay, I'm glad you guys think I should eat on stream. That's awesome, because I do enjoy eating. But I also think it might be like off-putting and weird for certain people to do that, right? All right, here's the game, guys. I think we did all of them. Let's start with this one. Let's start with this one. We'll activate the Temple arcade machine. And there is a door, and it opened. We waited 2 seconds. We need to start it further down. It needs to start lower. I think that's the first thing to do. Start the door lower because, yeah, there's a little bit of a gap there. I want to see if all of them are like that. I suspect they will be. Oh, this is not an actual one. Fine. This one is. So we'll check them one at a time and see if we got them all right. Yes, perfect, but well, not perfect because the door started too low. Sick. We've got environments. We've got our crosshair. Guys, it's working so well. I'm not gonna, maybe I should spend some time doing this on Sunday, is getting the light gun working, because that really makes a big difference to the aesthetic. So 2 down. 3. The door's not working here. Okay, we haven't done the, remember guys, it's the, what is it? Fruit market. Market is missing its door. Market's missing its door. We got to fix that one. Pew, pew, pew. And I got to make a custom crosshair. Maybe I'll just use Fortnite's built-in crosshair. All right. This is going to be, 2 doors here. That's probably what happened to Market's door. Oh, you can crouch still. I need to disable crouching. All right. I wonder if crouching will help people get better scores. Okay, two doors in. So Beautiful Fields has Market's door. Let's fix that really quick before we move on. Because, yeah, I think we're in that, yeah, we could get distracted doing other stuff, but Beautiful Fields has Market's door. We know that problem. We can fix that real fast. So, Market, does it have a door? Yes. So let's go have a look at it. And it is indeed at Beautiful Fields. So Beautiful Fields has Market's door. So yes, so then let's quickly fix this up. Market needs, also the blueprint is missing. That's what's going on with this. So this is the Fields blueprint. So we need to go to Markets. So let's go to Markets, exit. It has this cage. That gets moved to Market. Excellent. And then from here, Market is, let's use our conventions because naming conventions seem really important. This is the one thing that's saving us, guys. So much of our effort is getting saved by having proper naming conventions here. Because now instead of like the limitations of the engine, because we name things consistently, we're able to search and find things way easier just by having good names. So Market. All right, and also the hierarchy is really, really important to us being able to move fast now. Because we can do things like this. We can now move data around without a whole lot of problem. That goes here. Excellent. We need a 180-degree flip on this. 195, that's a little off. That's weird. I don't know if Icy's probably gone now, but he was saying about the increments. This is why our increments were off. Our rotational increments, we wanted really fine control there. 1 more degree. Boom, there we go. Now we can turn that back on. Now this connects to, it's all connected up. It's just, its position was off. Okay, so we just fixed 2 problems. That means Market and also, and Fields is now better. Moving on. Closed, open. We need to move the position down even further. So that'll be a thing that we can, I mean, let's do that as well. So this needs to go down until, let's see, what's its height at? Is it still locked? No. Static mesh component. Let's see. We need it here. So how much does it actually move? Okay. Okay, hold on. Undo that until, so 600. Bring up our calculator. Okay, calculator 600. then move this down. -8. Okay, so that's, I guess we have to add 8. So 608. That goes in our code here. This needs to be 608. 608, which is neater than that like random value we had. 0.0 though. Okay, that should fix our height of the door. Keep going. This one is not an actual. Keep moving. All right, sweet. This door is going to have to move down. So that's the carnival. Where is it? Carnival. This door needs to go higher? No, that seems right. That's weird. All right, we'll figure it out. All right, let's keep moving. Yep, door works. Though its position at 0 might be like, the top position is probably too high. So we can fix that too. Yep, this one working as well. Excellent. And bring it down. 10-second minigame ends. This one's not an actual teleporter. And then nearly there, guys. Nearly there. China shop, the door. Excellent. Oh, we can't shoot here. That's a weird bug that I have to figure out. There's some kind of like effector zone doing it. I'm gonna have to look into that. Okay. And the same thing's true here. But all the doors are mostly working, guys. How sick is that? That's really, really exciting. I think this one we should move it down so that the ceiling doesn't behave weirdly. But that's everything. Guys, that's everything. All of the doors got done. How sick. And now we can move back and forth between levels really well. Isn't that awesome? Okay. How are we doing for chat messages? I'm kind of doing okay. We don't have too much to catch up on. People eat on stream all the time. I don't know, but I saw myself eating and I was like, oh, yuck, don't do that. Don't be eating on stream, but maybe it makes, like, Fast does it all the time though, so nobody here has enough. But what would I pay for you to say, hey Fast, run around this field and see if the drone decides you're a cow? My adorable sister. I don't know if Fast would. I don't know. That's the other thing though. Fast is like, I'm learning so much from her that just don't take yourself too seriously is a really good life lesson, right? It's one thing when you're in business and you're dealing with like government people, you're dealing with like, business people. You have to act a certain way where it's like, I shouldn't be, like the CEO shouldn't be running around a field in a cow costume on one hand. On the other hand, it would probably be really good for the project to have a little bit of social media where that type of thing happened, right? So either I take myself very seriously and I decide, no, you're the company CEO and you don't do something like that. Or you say, okay, Seb, you're a content creator. You're going to try and like, you might be serious in like teaching people and all this other stuff, but you can't take yourself too seriously. And it's like Fast does this great thing of walking the balance there where she's like, she's beautiful, she's sophisticated, her brand like exudes sophistication. She's wearing like, she's got like Maybelline coming to her. She's people sending her like, I think she's even done some collabs with some really big brands. And she, at the same time, she will dress up in like, flippers and be a flippery queen, right? It's like she strikes this really good balance of like not taking herself seriously, but also being a professional. And I think that's going to be a hard thing to find when doing content creation and still trying to be like a studio director, not doing computer games. It's, yeah, I don't know. It's a great idea, Nacho. We can work with it. I mean, we can both be cows. We're supposed to be it's supposed to work with herds of cows. Hefsby. We will continue to pray at the altar of shit ideas at 4:30 a.m. I mean, you never know which ideas are good and bad ideas. Sometimes the craziest ideas that seem shit at first are the best ones. It's just writing a script as we speak. It's difficult. Content creation takes a lot of work. Scripts and stuff help a huge amount. 4:30 a.m. is the best time for delusional ideas. Exactly, guys. Exactly. Fast for you to do it? She definitely would. Never be a CEO. You'll be awful at it. Everyone that agrees to be a CEO is yeah. I mean, I've been doing it for years now, Nacho, and it hasn't necessarily made me any happier. I've been more happy doing content creation than I have been doing that. It's, yeah, anybody who willfully does that, most people, I think the best ones at least, like, look, here's my hot take on that, Nacho. I think people who are CEOs and identify as CEOs and want to be CEOs and they make it their life's mission to be like a company CEO, in general, they are not the best bosses to work for. They're not the best people to work for. On the other hand, people who have a thing that they need to make real and become a CEO as a means to an end, they tend to be really good. They tend to be the people who, like, they are the good leaders. They are the people who they have vision and passion, and they rally people together and move them forward towards a goal. But they don't do it because they want to be a CEO. They do it because they believe in the goal. I think those are the people who are the most successful in that role. And so what you're saying there is like, yeah, never be a CEO. You'll be awful at it because everyone agrees that to be a CEO is a dumb thing to do. I actually really, really agree with you. On the other hand, you need systems and structures, and you need organizations, and you need hierarchy, and you need a person who calls the shots for things to succeed. If you're willing to do all those things in order to make your idea succeed, then you should be a CEO. But the best ones are the people who don't want to do it. They do it because they have to in order to make some bigger goal happen. It's, yeah. Fast is indeed something special. Maybelline only helps her because she's ugly. My supporters are sandpiper companies to make me less incredibly shilled. I mean, I don't know about the helping her because she's ugly part, Nacho. What you talking about? Don't speak badly about my sister. She's the most beautiful sister in the whole damn world. My supporters are sandpaper companies to make me less incredibly shilled. I don't even know what that means too, Nacho. You're not chilled in my experience. Maybe I have it wrong. Good night, Burlab. Sleep really well, dude. Yeah, the stream is going well. We are getting close, I think, to be... I know, Nacho. I know that was a joke. But I'm just like, this is defensive brother mode got activated for a tiny moment there. I don't know why. Because you wouldn't say something like that. Like, you wouldn't mean anything like that. But it's a reflex. Forgive me. Good night, Goldie. Oh, hold on. Goldie's not going to bed. Good night, Burlap. Yeah, I already said good night, Burlap. Seb needs glasses? Am I reading wrong? What did I miss? Man, you don't know how many times that guys... I had guys in like high school ask me if it was all right to ask Fass out on a date. It would be really like... And I'd be like... I don't know, man. I don't know if you're really serious about it. It probably says something more about the way that I was carrying on than about Fass, but she needs characterinos so she can make the font bigger. You mean which font? Mel is asking Fass out on a date. Mel seems like a nice gal, Nacho. You've done well. She may ask. I don't know if Fass will do anything with that, but Fass is man, let's not even get into Fass and dating. That's a thing. It's a thing. We're all too pretty for chow. All right, we made some changes here. Let's build. We'll see the changes come through here in Unreal. We'll save those because we definitely need them. We have to remember It's the market and fields. Market and fields. I think they're easy enough to remember. It's the green one was. It's the one in the far corner, and we also moved the height of the door down. Though I do want to make this code. I need like an open pos as well, and so this can be open 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 height float equals 0.0. At the moment, that's our open height. And then this can be open height else close height. And then this means we can like, that probably should have been like that anyway. Okay, door speed, door move speed is going to be door move seconds is clearer, 2.0. Float equals that. Door move seconds, that can go. Move time. Oh, we already have animation duration. That's clearer. I like door move seconds better than animation duration. Okay. Let's jump back. Guys, you don't need my permission to watch Fastest streams. You all have been watching Fastest streams way before I was showing up here. As for sure. Go for it. Ain't nobody need permission for that. We don't need that info. Which info? Hold on. The best way to ask Fast about her personal life is to... Yes, correct. That is, yeah, good call, Nacho. She is very protective, and it's very hard to, like, you know, walk the line of, like, what you can and can't talk about with Fast. And the best thing to do is just be there for Fast when she needs her, help her however you can, and be very proud of her. And that's what I do. And I just talk about her in the most proud and positive way. And I think that's the best way to approach all these things. Early Sunday mornings are a bit weird. What happens on Sunday morning stays on Sunday morning. I rest my case. Yeah, of course. I also think it's a weird thing too, because a lot of people just like weird about it. Okay, door move seconds. We're also going to have like door open delay. Door open delay. Here we go. Door open delay. Then we control our variables so we don't have any magic variables floating around down here. Open height, close. This should be height as well. Copy that. Control H. Close height. Replace all of those. Now we're cooking with gas, guys. I think negative 680 is going to be a cool thing to be able to see this. This means the door should completely close. We're going to have to mess around a little bit with those variables to get the height right when we go back into the game. So here we go. We did our build. It's redeploying now, I'm guessing. Excellent. GY, how you doing, man? Welcome. You know what? Twitch recommended we do a collab together when I opened it up today on the website. It was like, you know who else streams? GY Media. You should do a collab with him. And I was like, oh, yes, he does stream. We talked about that. It's but Twitch is pushing you, dude. Twitch is pushing you. It did say that, yeah. I mean, hold on. I can. Where is it? Oh, I've closed it since, but yeah, it's like, you know. Did you know that GY Media streams as well? All right, any of these should work, right? No, except for that one. I picked the one that doesn't work. The one freaking. Hold on, this one does. Interact. Okay, that was interesting. Did you see that for a second there? It was like, I don't know what happened there. This is like the most finished of our mini games now, I think. Pow, pow, come on, we can do better. All right, cool. We've got that one working. What else do we do? No, not a mini game. I hate these fake mini games. Door starts closed. Door opens. The height is perfect. The height is perfect. Now we blast. Fast was a bit of a freak at the golf range. I know, right? Dude, she's just like such talent. She's so good at whatever she does. It's crazy, right? You can always join the cheesecake stream PAX weekend. What's the cheesecake stream PAX weekend? Cheesecake stream. I like cheesecake. Cheesecake's awesome. That's my kind of cake. I like cheesy things. It's going to be cheesy. Guys, I feel like the door is working. This door is working very well. All we have to do is find the, we have to find the one that's, we have to find the one that, what was it? Markets? I think it's this one, actually. I don't know. I can't see. It hasn't opened yet. It is. Dude, hold on. This isn't markets yet. Carnival is working just fine, which is great. I think I need to change the gun for a slower shooting gun. Does anyone know if, like, who knows their Fortnite weapons really, really well? We need a gun that shoots fairly slowly and has quite a small model. No, fake one. Not fake one. Door closed. Look out. This is looking so good, guys. Though I think the up position, like a little further down, might be better. So 0 is its current height. Not if we go to something like 10. That should be better. Okay. Damn it. This is still not solved. Which one is this? I don't know. Hold on. We can figure it out from where we walk back. And we've walked back. Door closed. And go. This one. This one right here. Go to the entrance. Okay, there's the entrance. Which one is that? It's the fields. This name is off. That's going to throw things off when I like search, but okay, fields. That means the fields has 2 doors. There's this one. And okay, not fields. What the hell? What the helly? We definitely saw 2 doors at fields, right? I'm not going crazy. Pretty okay, what the heck? What the heck? I'll end and start again. Okay. Not sure if this is possible, but can you remove the mini map at the top corner? I think I haven't looked into it, Goldie, but we definitely need to do that. You're definitely right about that needing to get changed. It just needs to go on the to-do list. GY Media, you're doing a cooking stream making cookies and cream cheesecake. Dude, yum. Hypermobility gives her that extra thwack. Yeah, she's got those bendy limbs, that's for sure. I'm planning to end up in... What is this cheesecake stream everyone's talking about? I want me some cheesecake. Tyler, how you doing? Welcome to the stream, man. Great to see you. Mammoth, maybe? What do you mean? Bruder Talk, dude, hello. Awesome to see you here in the stream. We don't get you coming around like as much as a lot of the other guys here. It's always nice to see you. Thank you so much for swinging by. How are you doing? How do you like our game? Have you caught a little sneak peek of how it works? This is so far above my grade. Is this... Let's see. Hold on. Penny, Sly, GY Media. You all talking about cheesecake streams? What's going on here? She is also probably my favorite human, Sly, if we're talking about fast. She is literally my favorite human. You can come if you like to the cheesecake stream at PAX. Like, dude, probably. I don't know what... I've got a lot going on with On point in Fortnite. Exactly, Brutal Talks. You want to see it? Here, hold on. We'll let's see. We'll I'm gonna make sure I'll save all my changes. I'll save these changes. I'll build these. I'll head here. I'll make sure that that gets saved. This is gonna do its thing where it loads here. That's gonna get pushed. Oh, it's so freaking difficult to. I mean, potentially GY Media. I don't know what I'll be doing at PAX yet. I suspect PAX is going to be a very busy time, but if I can like be on the tentative attendees part of the guest list, I would be interested in doing something like that. That sounds fun, man. I'm really trying to meet more people who come and like participate in this stream. Okay, game in progress. Here we go. Has this loaded? All right, here we go. So check it out, Brutotuck. It's on point in Fortnite. It literally is on point in Fortnite. So what you do is you run up to this arcade machine for the related mini game. You go and, oh, what did I do there? You activate it. How did I do that, guys? So there's a bug. And you shoot things. How did I do that? I was off to the side and I pressed E. I'm going as fast for his bodyguard. All right, we'll come back to that. Okay, yeah, man. I've had the pleasure of meeting her at PAX last year. Just a lovely person. I was just so impressed by how kind she was to everyone she interacted with. She's a kind person. That's just part of her nature. It really is. It will probably be after hours or something. I mean, sounds good, GY. Sounds really good. I know, Brutotuck, I'll be going there for my game studio, basically, to like, you know, I'll be meeting with people. I'll be going to GCAP, so the Games Connect Asia Pacific before the event. And then, yeah, of course, I'll be going there to support my friends who are making their own games. Where's the door? Where's the door? Maybe I need to push the changes. I'm going to just push these changes because I feel like we changed this. This was the marketplace door. So let's go faster. Here it is. The marketplace has its door. I'm quite sure of it. There it is. But why is it down? That door shouldn't be down. That should be up. So there's probably a problem. You can't wait to meet Sly at PAX? Does that mean you and Sly haven't met yet, GY? I feel like PAX is going to be a huge event just for like... Everyone's been talking about it now for months. Literally for months. And it's getting closer and closer. All right, cool. It's been a long time in the making. Yeah, all right. I don't know if there's any like official events planned. I think at one point FAS got like PAX set FAS up with a, with an actual space. Did I do this? I think I did. I mean, hold on. It doesn't even matter because, but that can go like that. Yeah, updating session. I'm thinking what happened is some changes didn't get pushed. It's the biggest social event of the year. I'm realizing that for content creation. Oh, look, guys, my gun's back. Remember that random thing that happens when the gun just like... I have to really speak to Jose about getting the gun working because I want that to work. I really want that to work. I think people running around with a gun in their hands in the mini game might also be really cool, but at the same time, I don't want people to feel like they should be shooting each other or anything like that in this space. This is more like the arcade. So no guns in the hand. No guns in the hand. FAST will probably organize a community meetup again, but I won't hold her to it because the girl can get busy, dude. She does get very, very busy. Bruder Tuck, you're not going to be able to make it? That's sad, dude. Whereabouts are you? Are you a long way from PAX, Bruder Tuck? Yeah, I'm guessing maybe it's like you're in Holland, right? If I'm not mistaken. It's that's a long way to travel, man. And I think the further you go, the more expensive it gets, unfortunately. I might be wrong about that, but you're Dutch, I think, right, Brudertuck? I've been off work dealing with health issues and getting, yeah, surgery on my heart, dude. Heart surgery is, oh, it's really serious. It's always serious. Uh, things will work out though, Sly. Trust, they will. They always do. Even if you can't make packs, like things work out more often than people realize. Okay. What am I testing? I'm testing. Was it this one? Open. Yeah. Okay. Good. This is. Was the door not working here prior? So that means we fixed the door. That means we fixed everything. I think that's it. Like that's a. Though this, I think that door needs to go a little higher to begin with. Is it like this? Yes. All right, cool. I'm pretty sure that's it. That's it, guys. We did what we set out to do. So we can check our changes in. So added doors to all of the arenas. Hubs. Added doors to all of the arena hubs. Hell yeah. Submit those changes. That's exciting. I mean, the next thing to do might be to, I think here, what's next is arcade machines. Every different mini game gets its own arcade machine instead of warps. That's the next change I want to make with this. So that's going to be interesting. That's going to be sick. I think I can use a similar approach to what we used last time, where I like copy this and paste it. I'm tempted to not jump into doing that right now. Maybe we just do it for one to make sure that we have a plan for next time. So Carnival Arcade. Where is it? I think this arcade machine has everything that we need for that. Let's have a quick look. We've got our button, our teleporter, our occupied indicator, and then the actual mini game itself. So where is it? Okay, there's the mini game. So this is the blueprint. Should I put this under the... I'm starting to make design decisions here, which are probably not useful. I mean, they are useful, but it's not a good thing to be making those type of decisions right now. But I do think that this is a smart rearranging of like, that goes there. Its position can then go like 0, 0, 0, right? 0, 0, 0 to put it locally there. We need to make sure this is it is hidden in game. So then, yeah, that works. And what we might be able to do is copy this and then paste that into, whoa, when it stops freaking out, put that into all our different mini games and then reconnect the Verse device to make sure all of these relate to the right thing, right? So to be totem, the start one will be fine. Start minigame _ totem. Yeah, cool. Though the really important thing there is this, the teleporter entrance. That's the thing that needs to be reassigned to a different... Actually, no, not even that. Teleporter entrance. Right, this is the thing. Each of these objects, each of these teleporters needs to be replaced with this thing's teleporter, and then I think we're fine, right? So, yeah, that's gonna work. I think that's gonna work. So if this gets reconnected with that. then we'll be fine. So that's what we do next time, guys. Next time is moving these arcade cabinets out and duplicating them. So this one's got, yeah, that's got that. That's going to be here. That means this whole thing, this whole arcade cabinet will be its own set of devices that we can move around in place for each new minigame. That's also going to make adding new minigames easier, I imagine. Way easier. So sick. That's really, really cool. Exciting. Exciting. So that means we're at the end of the stream. Let's raid out. Find somebody else to hit up with this amazing community of people. So good night, everyone. Is everyone still around? Who's still hanging out here in the stream? I'm actually going to get to bed 3 a.m. It's fairly late, but like not too late by our standards. 3 a.m. is a good time to be calling this. It's later than I thought it would be, but it's not a huge stream. It's only been, what, like, 4 hours. Longer than I thought. But I'm very bad at doing short streams. I think that's the moral of this story. Whoa, a lot of noise there. That's a busy stream. So, who do we go hit? Perry's around a lot at this time. Who do we got? Soda Sneb might be a cool person to go check out. Yeah, I know. That's why we're raiding out right now, Sergius. Is Soda here? I mean, what is she sleeping? Is she sleeping and people on her stream are making puzzles? That's kind of smart. That's kind of smart. All right. She's not even around. And her stream is doing work for her. That's pretty cool. Good on her. But that's not something we're going to raid. Is Lufu live? Lufu's live. Good on her. Yeah, sure. Guys in the chat are saying raid Lufu. Yeah, raid Lufu for sure. I feel bad like raiding with such a small crowd though. Raid. Raid loser fruit. We're gonna do it. Okay, everybody ready? Solid stream, to be honest. A lot accomplished. Yeah, it was good. It was good. Okay, all right. We're gonna do it. A raid is a raid. Very true. Here we go. We're raiding Lufu. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I hope you all had a good night. We got a lot done. That was awesome. Here we go. All right, raid messages ready. Yes, excellent. Man, she's playing custom games. Very cool. All right, here we go. Good night, guys. Hey, make sure, guys, you tell her how amazing the custom game is that we're making so that we can maybe make custom games for her down the line, yeah? Make sure we talk it up. Talk it up. Have a great night. See you guys. And that's a stream.